To truly know a city, we must know who believes in it, who invests in it, who has a stake in its future. This is Detroit. It is a city where something quite remarkable is taking place, something unique in the history of cities. For here on these 33 acres of riverfront property,
Detroit State of Mind is on the air. Bringing you the sounds of Detroit's underground, straight to your ear hole. Rock, punk, and metal. If it's Detroit, you'll hear it here. Unless you're a dick. And now, your overlords, Rich and Dave.
Georgia's on my mind. I'm stuck here in this Detroit state of mind.
Detroit State of Mind is on the air.
Episode 44.
What's up, fellas?
I can't believe we got 44 bands to come over here.
I know, right?
Unfucking believable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Suckers. No pay and anything.
26 of them were just the same band that kept coming.
Hey, don't worry about it. There's some crossover.
Yeah, Bob's was your second or third one, ain't
Yeah,
it?
that's my second. Did you have anybody else that have done two?
Andy was in our band.
We got a guy's done
Yes.
4 of them.
Andy was in the band for
Yeah,
a
the
while.
drummer, right? I saw
Yeah,
that.
Ollie.
Yeah.
Bob's in
And he's
every
coming back
single
again,
one of them
too.
somehow.
Oh, goodness. So, should we have them introduce themselves?
Yep, go around the table, tell
Let's
us
do
who
it.
you are and what you do in the band.
You guys go ahead.
I'm Nick. I sing and play guitar.
I'm Chris, and I sing and play the guitar.
And you better lean into that mic more, too. Make love to that thing. You can pull it back, dude.
Everybody calls me Wooj.
It moves.
Yeah, that's Wooj.
Wooj.
Or Turd Purse.
Wooj.
Third person.
Turd Ferguson.
Hi, I'm Bob. I play guitar as well. No.
No, you don't.
Bob, drums.
I'm Fritz, and I play bass.
How long has Canfield been around? What's the history? Talk to us. People want to know.
Maybe? What
Friday.
Friday, yeah.
I mean,
About
gauge
an
on the
hour
way you
and a half-
guys just
hour and a
played.
half
It
ago.
seems like it's been about 3 days.
Hour and a half.
I wrote these songs on the can this morning.
On the way over?
Nick and
I wrote 'em on this
Nick
toilet
and I,
paper.
Nick and I met each other like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
He was playing in a band called Colic. I was playing in a band called Jettison Red. And
Elvins.
We started playing together. God, it's been a while ago now with Bermuda Mohawk, which is like a alt country-ish kind of like Jayhawks, Ryan Adams, kind of Wilco kind of a thing.
Sweet.
And then COVID, and then everything fell apart, and then we decided to get back together, and we converted his garage. This is a lovely story. We converted his garage into our rehearsal space studio. So in doing so, we sealed up all the doors and windows, insulated and drywalled, and created.
then you couldn't get out?
A goddamn coffin. It was
You forgot a fucking door, man.
It was a goddamn coffin.
Icebox in the
coffin.
winter, and it was an oven in the summer.
And so we just started playing music, and we said we were going to do rock this time.
Yeah. Well, we came from rock. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Colic and Jettison Red were, like heavy bands. And when we did Bermuda Mohawk, that was more just some acoustic stuff that I had been working on during those years. And I was like, let's try something, Jayhawk. So we did that. Like he said, ran its course. Did that for about 6 years. We were doing, Arts BT and stuff like, the festivals and stuff like that. But, yeah, we just missed the rock. So here we are.
Gotta have the rock.
Yeah, just turn the amps up.
Right? To 11.
And then, how did we find you on what social media thing was that?
So it was
Tinder.
band mix.
It's like
Tinder.
Tinder
Tinder.
for bands.
Yeah, Tinder for bands.
Like he's
OnlyFans. He had an OnlyFans page.
They were my only
I bet he would,
subscribers.
too. Bob would totally get an
Literally.
Oh,
OnlyFans.
I would totally. Yeah.
Literally your
Grindr,
only
actually.
fans.
If I was hot, if I was a hot chick, oh man, I've had 10 OnlyFans. Give me all the money.
He found. How did you? He found us someplace.
So I was looking for something different than when I was with Screw, being punk rock, and I wanted to go back to the rock. I wanted something that, like,
More rock, less punk.
well, actually, I truly wanted something that did something to my soul. When I was like, you know what, I'm not going to play with anybody till I find something that really affects me. And so so you had. I don't know if you just reactivated or if you're always there.
No, that
but-
was a brand
okay.
new account. Yeah.
Yeah, so
were
I
looking.
seen he came up, and I was like, well, let me check this out. And I listened to their music, and I was just fucking blown away. I was just like, this is what I want to do. This touches my soul. Not to
Right.
be weird.
we don't play
But,
any of those songs anymore.
It's so funny. No, there's
We've
All those songs you like,
Running Out.
we
and
scrapped them all.
No, it was running, no, so the 3 songs they sent me was Running Out and Merry Go Round, and then Wooj 20.
which we still haven't finished.
Which we still haven't finished, correct. So I listened to it, and I reached out to them and was like, hey, like, I was I don't get nervous to play with bands or go try out for bands or anything. I was fucking legitimately nervous. I was like, this is what I've been looking for. The musicianship.
Yeah, but
the
you're a
music.
badass drummer. Why the hell you be
No,
nervous, man?
It was a good audition, man.
I-
it worked out.
you know,
We're very intimidating.
They are very intimidating.
I don't see it.
I'll tell you what.
Bob's like, they're gonna hate me.
No, I'll tell you what. Like I've
you met me?
grown playing with these guys because they've taught me things that like
Restraint.
What's that?
Restraint.
Correct. Restraint. Yeah.
They taught
Like,
him French grip. So
get
that's
the hell out of
most
here,
important thing is
mother-
Bob is
S&M.
French grip.
You know,
I
so-
was happily ignorant of French grip until Bob actually.
You know, seeing you with Screw, you actually are more contained and you play with more dynamics now.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
You know, it's
Super-
not a bad thing at all. It's a great thing.
No, and that's the thing. Like I
Lay
got
back
to
in the
give-
cuts sometimes,
Yes,
man. You know,
exactly. So, yeah. So that's we met and started, playing together. Realized it was a fit. And we had another bassist that they had.
Yeah.
Really awesome guy, great bassist, Jay Lohman, and
he was doing a few too many projects. He just couldn't
yeah,
really-
he just couldn't really get it done. And I was like, hey, I know this bassist. I've been playing with this dude for over 20 years. So I used to play in a band called Infrastar, and this is Fritz that used
Yeah,
to play bass.
ever since we got out of high school, we've been in a band together over a decade together. But way before COVID, we were inactive and everything. So he pulled me out of retirement, and
nice.
here I am. And now, I'm
Here
still
we are.
nervous as hell trying to impress these guys too. So
We're all
so this
learning.
is
It's a work in
really
progress.
this is truly a pretty new band then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Like we started
We
writing
played-
this stuff like what 2021.
We played one show.
No,
Yeah,
two,
one show.
we played two shows.
We played the Detroit by Detroit, but that
Yeah.
was
Oh, yeah.
3 songs of the Fags.
Yeah.
And then we played our own show at Smalls.
That's true.
We've only had one real show.
Funny
of ours.
story about the Fag show. So Bob was promoting it. I'm like, oh, and I commented on it. I'm like, oh, the Fags
yes.
kick ass. I got a 30-day ban for that shit.
Oh my god.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Forgot
100%.
about that. He's like, thanks, dude.
sorry.
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's
Like you piece of shit.
it's literally another word in another country.
I know, and
Like,
it's a
like,
great
why-
fuck.
that's
They
a
are a
word.
great
Yeah.
fucking band too.
It
Like, I was being
supportive.
genuine.
I mean, it wasn't negative.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Well, when you say fags and kick ass in the same sentence,
Right.
some algorithm's gonna fuck
Yeah.
with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
Shit.
sucks.
Exactly.
I was wondering. It's funny when the promoter that did that. I said, "Is it okay if we do that, man?" I said, "We're in a new era. You got to be sensitive about like what you say. Can we do Canfield as a fag?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's fine." I'm like, "All right, cool," because you never know.
Fuck
who you're
sensitivity,
gonna
man.
offend.
Fuck it.
Really?
They're a
No,
great
everybody.
band.
I know,
Everybody.
but I was trying to.
We were
what
really
I call-
hoping for the controversy for press, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Any
It only happened to one person. It
Yeah.
only happened to one
Yeah.
person. So.
And I don't count, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, actually, John Speck actually reached out to me. He heard that we were doing. He reached out and he was like, "Oh my God, this is awesome! Yeah, go have fun." And I kind of knew him back in the day. Colic used to open up for the Fags a couple times, so
That guy is
but we
a-
kind of reconnected there, and that was really cool.
That
Yeah.
guy's an amazing
No,
fucking
he's
musician.
Really.
He's a savant.
Does he live in Texas now or some shit? Or
Now, I think he was in Nashville last I heard, but that
don't
could
know.
have changed. I don't know.
I thought he was
It's
back
been
in
a long
Michigan,
time.
but-
I don't know.
it's like every band he's in just kind of dissipates or something like that,
Yeah.
and they're all great
They're, like,
bands too.
fantastic, and then they disappear.
Yeah, like Horse gets a record deal, record comes out, band's done.
Yeah.
You guys
Fags,
played with
hand
Horse,
grenades.
didn't
We played with Horse.
Oh, Hi-Fi Hand Grenades is
We
another
played-
great band.
Yeah,
we
they were
played
great.
with
They toured Japan with the Foo
with the
Fighters.
Yeah.
Silly.
Unbelievable.
Silly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Nick and I, when we converted his garage into a studio, we just started recording. COVID lockdown, just started buying
Just buying shit left and right.
too many microphones. I have like so many microphones. I'm like, I'm gonna own it. I've always wanted to have a studio anyway, so I was like, now's a perfect time to
Well, I guess you
start.
got one now.
Like, let's put a bunch of money on credit cards through eBay and Reverb and shit, and have like $5,000 worth of microphones and shit. And so we just started recording everything. So and then we
Song a
redid
day.
we redid everything when these guys joined up. But yeah, we've got an album that just needs the vocals put down.
Yeah.
What do you guys use for gear?
Like recording wise?
yeah.
Oh man, there's a big list. Logic Pro on a MacBook Pro, and then some PreSonus stuff and a bunch of good microphones.
Nice. So how the recording's coming out?
I think they're fantastic.
Yeah,
I think they
really good.
sound
Yeah,
amazing.
we're up to vocals right now, and that's.
The debate was like, let's go to a studio and spend a couple $1,000s. No, let's save money and do it ourselves. Okay, I'll go spend a few $1,000s on microphones.
Yeah.
I think
So
you're better off
stupid.
recording yourself and sending it off, get it mastered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could take our time. There's no pressure. Although the problem is, it's like a year goes by, and it's like we haven't finished these songs. It's like,
Mixing
when
your
you're on
own band is a pain in the ass too.
I like it.
You'll never be happy.
I like it. they might never be happy. I like it, but
Not
having time restraints, you can go months and months.
That one demo that we have up, that rough demo, so rough. But I remember mixing it. It says, what is it? It's running out number 99, whatever. I'm not kidding. I'm not
That's
kidding.
Bounce 99?
I was probably, like, I kept, at a certain point, like, I just kept going back to my car, and, like, my speakers in my house, and I was like, you're right. You'll lose your mind. I hate it still. It's pretty decent. It's good enough to get the idea of the band out there. But, yeah, mixing... Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, oh, the bass,
Yeah, it has to pass the car speaker test.
But that's why you send it off to get it mastered.
I'll do it on my phone.
Yeah.
You can set off shitty tracks to somebody,
Yeah.
and they will just make it sound like gold.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost you,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
Yeah.
But now that we've done it, I don't want to do it again. I don't want to. I'd rather have somebody else.
now you're
do
just gonna
the
sell
work.
all the fucking gear.
I just want no. Yeah,
Yes.
I need the money. I'm sure somebody needs the microphones, but I'd rather just be in the
Wait,
studio.
so
and
what kind of
let
mics you got?
Yeah, I love that.
I'll send you a list. I got a lot of good stuff.
We were talking about going to the paddle, out to the loft, like
Tim Paddling, yeah.
not that expensive. But
It's
just,
really not.
It's just money that we could save. So.
Yeah.
Save
maybe
for what?
Maybe next.
What are you saving it for?
Stickers,
Microphones.
stickers.
That you're not gonna use.
My
Sitting in
mortgage.
the basement right now, yeah.
Tinder and OnlyFans.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bob needs fucking tires for his car.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Driving 1,000 miles a day everywhere. It's your fault for moving in the middle of God's
I know.
country.
I know, but it's amazing.
I love it out there, man. Absolutely.
It's nice.
Where you at? Like up by Romeo or something like that? or-
Yeah, the 32 in North Avenue area.
Good God.
Yeah, I
What's
love it.
your
I got
address,
5
Bob?
acres. Yeah, here my address is. No,
What's the last four
I
on
got
your
5
credit card?
acres, man. I got a pond. I don't ever have to leave. Listen, when the shit hits the fan, just come over to my house. I've got I'm growing crops and I got a fish. You can
Crops.
fish.
Quote-unquote
Did you see?
crops.
I said crops exactly.
He's growing.
His son just got a deer, right?
Yeah. My son just got a deer last night.
Really?
So,
Like on your property or?
on a right down the street.
They put him in the garage and just opened the side window. He couldn't miss. He couldn't miss.
They drugged up the deer
we're
first.
We're really
Walks up with a handgun.
They lit
Like,
the-
come here.
They lit the
Gave him
crops.
Get
some
out of my
meat.
crops.
Gave him
They
some
lit the
deer
crops.
roofies.
They let him eat the crops and then put him in the garage so he passed out and the kid went, bang, got it.
Lured him in with a carrot and stabbed him in the neck.
That's what I was
And then
telling
the picture.
Yeah.
his 8-year-old brother. I
Slicing
said,
its throat.
He goes. We were showing the picture, and he's like, "Oh, you got a deer?" And he's like, "Yeah." He was in the tree, and he jumped down with a knife, and he took him out.
Hey, Rambo
he
that
was
shit?
like, really? No.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no.
not really.
Shot him with a gun. The gun's in the picture, kid.
It's just a prop.
You jump on a deer's back, you get your ass kicked.
Yeah, you're done.
Can you imagine start trying to ride a deer?
Goddamn.
That'd be wild.
They're a lot stronger than they look.
Yeah,
Right?
Okay, so I only have that story because a kid in elementary school tried to pass on everybody that his uncle did that. My uncle is so awesome. He jumped out of the tree and I was like, "You're a liar."
There is a true story of a 70-year-old man. Deer jumped through his picture window into his house. He was,
now I
and
can
he
see
killed it with a letter opener. And he was naked.
God damn.
That's a true story.
Naked.
Ay, ay, ay.
Do you know this
Oh,
person?
I love that.
No, it was all over the news and the papers. And,
Really?
Yeah.
That's too
Yikes.
funny.
Fuck that deer up naked,
Yikes.
fucking caveman style.
He's 70. That shit's probably all sucked up in him anyways, so he's not gonna hurt no.
You just
vi-
do a
nothing
Rock'em
vital.
Sock'em Robots thing?
Yeah, the guy's just like, shit.
uppercut, body blow.
Why was he naked and why did he have a letter opener right there?
First of all, it's none of your damn business.
Who knows?
What a man does inside his own house.
I do. I remember
open
it was
your
his
mail
wife
naked?
on TV telling the story.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a deer come through the window, and
I'm doing stuff to the old lady. Next thing you know,
next thing you know,
bam.
I killed him with a Viagra boner.
Yeah, it really wasn't a letter opener.
He calls it the letter
I
opener.
call it the letter opener.
Cause of death, priapism.
If you had a blah, blah, blah for more than 4 hours.
Yeah, kill more deer.
Terrible.
So what got you started in music, man? How long you been playing?
My dad played. My dad was when he was about 16. He was in a band called. There's a long list. Of things. He was in a band called Moose into Sharks. You might have heard of them. They're like a Michigan, like kind
Never.
of a back in the 70s, there was like a Shana Na. There was like a 50s revival thing going on. My dad went to Shrine High. 16 years old, auditioned for that band, got on, was touring at 16 years old. So
No shit.
Yeah, he was touring drummer, and then got tired of being behind everything and started learning. He knew how to play piano and everything, but he wrote some songs and was working with the Crenshaw brothers, Marshall Crenshaw. They played.
You may have heard of Marshall Crenshaw.
Yeah, he was playing with them. That was their first band. He got everybody union cards back in the day. It was 1975. And he showed everybody how to do everything the right way. Musicians union is like so far away now. Like they used to do it. They were working 5-6 nights a week at a place called the Moravian Lounge. Doesn't exist anymore. I think it's Baraboo now.
Oh,
Something like that. Great Baraboo. It used to be called the Moravian Lounge. They were playing. Him and Marshall Crenshaw and Robert Crenshaw were playing 5-6 nights a week, and I mean he raised me on that money. So
is Marshall Crenshaw from Michigan?
Went to Berkeley High School. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. So that's kind of that's how I learned. I grew up with amplifiers and people jamming all the time around me. So
Yeah.
And
you started playing guitar then, or did you play?
I played drums.
Drums?
My dad taught me. That was my dad's main instrument. Was
So how'd you switch over to guitar?
I didn't know you played drums.
Was my first, I still have the drums.
I
I'll
had
show
no
you the drums.
clue.
See, we're all going to learn something
I was
today.
like 6. My dad taught me
Now
how
I
to play
really
Chuck Berry songs. Yeah.
overthinking my drums when I'm playing them.
No, I went.
That was 30 years ago. He doesn't play drums anymore.
When grunge came out, all that stuff. I had to get a guitar. So my dad got me into guitar. Well, he got me one, and then one of his guitar players ended up teaching me. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
The old man still jamming?
He's passed away, actually.
Oh.
Died a couple years ago.
I guess not.
Cancer, yeah. No.
Yeah, it's sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Cancer sucks.
Yes, it does.
Well, on that note, we'll move on.
Have another cigarette.
This
Oh, stop.
Okay.
And I will.
Me? My story?
What's your story, man?
The details.
The people want to know.
The details of my life are quite inconsequential.
After the stripping.
After.
I was a teenage stripper.
I worked at it all. I guess when it started, really, it was. I worked in a restaurant when I was like 15. The first time I ever did anything in music, I was 15 years old, and there was a band at the restaurant called the Pete Parr Quartet, and they used to play like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin standards and shit. And so when I used to get off work, I used to go up on stage with them and sing.
That's so
awesome.
They would give me a cigarette and a cocktail, and I'd be "Fly Me to the Moon," like in front of like all these 70-year-olds. That's awesome. But it started really in high school. It's like other kids are playing. And
Is that where your grandma fetish come from?
God, how did you guys find? Did you tell them everything?
I'm gonna smack him with an orange. No, don't leave a bruise.
It was high school. It was.
They called me down to iron out the wrinkles.
It was high school. It was basically high school. I mean,
That's an odd band for like a high schooler to kind of start with, though. Like old,
Yeah. I was
50s,
always
60s
I was really
type
into
stuff.
that. But like in high school, like I didn't really care about music. Really, I didn't really pay attention to music. Until high school, and then other kids were like, "What about this? What about this? What about this?" And I was like, "Oh my God, there's so much music here!" Like,
Yeah, overload.
oh my God, like from 9 Inch Nails and Ministry and Jane's Addiction, like all that to just fuck everything. Then I started paying attention. Other kids were like, "We should play music," and I was like, "What do you mean play music? Like, here's a bass, figure it out." Okay, I'll figure this out. And like, it was high school. That's how I started.
So
my story.
what instrument did you start playing?
It was a bass because nobody had a bass player, and so the first time I ever played, I had to play the bass, but I quickly let that go because I wanted to be the singer frontman guy. I was the spaz with all the energy.
Oh, you want the attention, huh?
I was look at me, look at me, that was me. So we played. We played first time I ever actually played like a show. There was a thing called Club Vertigo at St. Clair de Montefelco. It was like a church youth group kind of a thing, and they asked us to put a band together to do that. And again, I had to play the bass, but I sang. And then we played the Notre Dame High School. I went to Notre Dame High School, and we played.
Was Regina still next door?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
90s, and
I got stories about Regina, bro. I married one of them actually.
Really cool.
My wife's a Regina girl.
Cool.
That's true.
So we played the Notre Dame. We played a Notre Dame high school. Like we were the first band to play since like the 60s. Like
Bob, take that mic and shove it in his face.
Yeah,
this here?
You're
Yeah.
not allowed.
God, I don't like it. But we played the.
Oh,
Notre
now we
Dame.
can hear you.
And I sang, and that's where it all started.
It moves if you want to
Yeah.
relax.
It's
That's where-
adjustable. You can lay back in the cut all you want, man.
That's where it all started. High school, whatever. We started a band. We started playing shows, whatever. High school. Thank you.
Riveting.
Take care.
It's not exciting. Other kids were like, let's start a band. I was like, well, fine, okay. Let's figure it out. Yeah, that was it. Really.
All right, Bob, I guess we have to get to you next.
All right, I've told this story before, so I'll
Jesus.
do the cliff notes. Nice and simple. I wanted to my
Sicily,
buddy.
1922.
Yes, that's right.
The bombing started.
my dad's a drummer, and he'd pick me up for weekends, and first thing is first, we go to band practice, and I watch him play all these covers, like all these fucking covers. Anyways, so then my buddy Evan wanted to play guitar, and he got this catalog that had all these badass guitars, and he was like, I want to play guitar too, and he goes, you can't play guitar, you can play bass, because I'm playing guitar. And I was like, okay. So I was like, Dad, I want a bass. And he's like, well, I don't have a bass. I get a drum set. How about you try that? And if you excel at it and you want a bass, you prove it, I'll get you a bass. I said, okay. So I got a drum set, and my friend down the street, he had a guitar. And I was like, hey, do you want to start a band? And he's like, yeah. By the way, Evan never fucking touched the guitar ever. It was all talk. He got a zebra fucking print fucking whatever guitar, and then never did anything. So Eric played guitar. So I was like, hey, you want to start a band? He says yes. So we meet this other kid. We start a band, and we played the Java House.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, played the Java House. We didn't finish one fucking song because Eric would start playing the guitar and singing, and he'd be like, no, and just start tuning
God.
his fucking guitar.
I
and
think
I'm
I remember
like,
the story.
"Yikes,
How
old were you
what
guys?
the
Yikes.
14.
Yeah, that's
Oh, my
that's
God.
right. I was
And I was
he
like-
scared?
I was excited. I thought I've always been an extrovert, so in school I would do all the fucking what do they call it? I'm losing words right now. Where everybody goes up on stage and you win if you
Like a talent show?
Talent
fucking
shows, yeah.
talent show. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I didn't give a fuck, but I went up there and some other kids saw me and we started a band in the high school and played all over the place, and it was fun. So drums, I never got a bass. Fucking never got a
I
bass.
was actually going to ask you that.
Actually, no, I did get a bass.
Should've.
You saw the
I
bass.
played it tonight.
You played.
Yeah,
He said
that's-
because I'm an adult and I bought myself a bass to learn how to play bass. Guess how much I've learned how to play
Is
bass.
it still sitting on the stand?
No. He was playing
I
it.
stole
It's
it.
right over
Oh.
there.
I was like,
took it from
I was
him.
like,
He
here,
wasn't
play
playing
this
it,
in the
so
band.
I said,
Matches
I'm
my
taking
drum
it.
set.
There you go.
Yep, so that's me.
That's beautiful bass. I love it, Bob. Thank
Thanks.
you very much.
No, I love how you play it. So, finger my girl.
Uh-oh.
I smell a bromance developing here.
I mean, it's only been
We've
20
been
plus
we've
years.
we've
No, I'm
toured
fucking
together.
around.
We've been in hotels together.
Yes.
Bobby and I. Are
I know
no
how. I know
strangers
the
to-
size of his wang. He
We-
knows the
we
size of
know it
mine.
all.
It's all normal.
No, none of that's normal. None of that whatsoever.
Is that why you guys never smile? What about you, Fritz?
Oh, I guess it's my turn.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't.
your
I
turn.
don't have a good. I heard Nevermind when I was little and
Yeah.
said I want to do that. And so
you were
that's how I
little when
learned
Nevermind
guitar.
came out? Fuck.
Well, yeah, born in '84, so it was Michael Jackson. I went from a Michael Jackson
Yeah.
phase straight to Nirvana,
didn't?
and then I was in a punk band in high school, 2-on-1, a pop punk band, and that was pretty cool. We actually had backing. We had a founder, and we got like $10,000. We recorded an album.
Oh my God.
Sound Camp Studios. It was a 13 in Van Dyke or something
Wow.
like that.
I recorded there. He used to be out at Hull
Yeah.
Road and something.
Yeah, he did move. Yeah,
What-
I can't
what
remember
was his name?
Nathan is somehow popping into my head, but
That doesn't seem right.
I can't remember. I remember I got weird emails from him, and then it was like about family. I think he went through a rough little patch, has an ex-wife type of a deal, and like
yeah.
I was getting emails because I was a client from like his family calling him out for shit. Like I think he
Oh,
like
boy.
cheated or something. I don't know. Yeah, it was really really weird. So it was a bad relate. But anyways, yeah, we recorded an album there, and then we went absolutely nowhere.
That's great.
Why? What happened?
I don't even know. Well, I think the main
Life,
reason.
chicks,
Yeah, I think
dudes, whatever. What happened?
it was so long ago. We just stopped playing, and then that's when I got into the band with Bobby, though. So I had other buddies from high school, and Garrett. They were way more talented. We were just a little pop punk band, you know. It was really really simple stuff. And Infrastar, the music we were playing, was a bit more. It was early 2000s. It was that Deftones, Incubus, like that kind of sound. And that was what I was into more. So I think I just jumped shipped over to
Yeah.
Bobby, and that's where I stayed for forever. And then we just never got off the pot. We just never really like went for it. We all got
Literally.
jobs, you know. Like,
Literally.
Well, I think Bob got on the pot.
Life.
Yeah. That didn't help
back to
either.
the
That
crops.
didn't help either.
Infrastart was getting some movement, but we just were too lazy.
Yeah.
We were really lazy. I was older than everybody, and I was like, I don't feel
Weren't
like
you in a
doing
band Forge or something like that?
Oh yeah.
that. Yep.
We play. I know we play with you guys.
Yeah,
at
the
freaking,
Dog Pound.
No,
The
the Impound.
Impound.
Yeah.
Impound, yeah.
Yep. I know we play with you guys before.
Who did you play with?
I was in a band called the Cockflowers.
Cockflowers.
Yeah, terrible name.
Yes, we definitely did play.
That's a great name.
Exactly. That I remember the name Cock Flower.
Yeah, I mean, how do you forget it?
Right.
Two of your
awful.
favorite things.
That's correct. I love them.
You set them up, I'll knock them down, son.
Not a problem.
So a little birdie told me, or actually, I did my research, or we'll go with a little birdie, whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody played with Darren McCarty's band.
That's Woo.
Yeah,
He's
I
right
did.
over here. He's the
I did.
celebrity.
Did you play the Key Club in
D-Mac.
fucking Port Huron with them?
Yes.
I was there.
Cool.
I don't remember
was
you, but I was
there,
there.
man.
We were hammered.
Yeah, I spent most of my life working in bars and restaurants, but a mutual friend of ours asked if I would help out holiday help for Guitar Center. So I went to go work at Guitar Center in Southfield, which was, if anybody out there has ever worked at Guitar Center, they know you have. It's just an abysmal situation all around. But
You got to hear shitty riffs all day long.
$5 an hour and no commission.
I
Back
think
then,
you
it
sold me a
was-
pedal before.
Probably, yeah.
he
You
was
look
in
familiar,
Roseville.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
in Southfield.
Oh, yeah.
Southfield.
Yeah.
I met Billy Reedy. Billy Reedy was the guitar player for. They had a band called Nova Driver, and then when they weren't Nova Driver, when the hockey season was free, it was Grinder with Darren McCarty, and so we became really good friends. And he asked if I would join them as their like friend helper roadie. So I was Grinder's roadie for a little bit. I would just help him unload the trailer and just set shit up and hang out. And then I ended up playing guitar with them when Eli Ruff left. And yeah, I played with them for.
Darren seems cool as shit.
He sure was. He sure was.
Seems wild.
He's catching him at the end there.
That was a long time. You know, that was like 20
He was an
years ago.
active NHL guy. He
That
was
was
probably pretty
that was
tame
20
then,
years ago. He was like playing hockey. He was clean. He was a young. Yeah, God, I think about how he's like 30 years old or something. You know what I mean? It was a long time ago. And it was a lot of fun. It went from, I played in bands my whole life and did some big shows and not, but next thing you know, you're on we had like an RV tour bus and we were playing in front of thousands of people because it was Darren McCarty. And
Right.
It was a lot of fun.
I was driving through Royal Oak one time, and
He's a hell of a vocalist.
I see this guy with his big fucking blue mohawk,
Mohawk,
and
yeah.
two chicks, one on either arm, across the street. I look like, oh, that's fucking Darren McCarty, man. He's
Yeah.
just like strutting across the fucking street, man.
It was a lot
He's
of
like,
fun.
yeah, that's right. I'm Darren McCarty.
You're right.
We played a lot of shows. We did a lot of fun stuff, and those were good times. Those were really good times. We recorded an album. That's right when the bass player died. The bass player who lived right down the street. We had
So Grinder was like like original music. Like I never saw the band.
totally original music.
Okay, I thought it was just like cover stuff.
No,
or
totally
whatever.
original music. We did play a couple covers. We played a Stooges cover. We played Ace of Spades, of course, and we played.
Well, of course. Who doesn't play that?
That might have been it. That might have been it. I don't remember, but it was original music. James, the bass player, wrote all the stuff for the most part, and he was great. It's straight up rock and roll. It's just rock and roll.
So the band still exists, correct?
No.
No.
I saw
Darren-
Darren McCarty do something recently with
Cool.
the Zots,
Yeah, I don't know.
and I thought it was the same.
He might
band.
have another band. I don't think
Rouge
it's
didn't get a
Grinder
call.
anymore, though.
That was like 20 years ago. I
Which
guess.
didn't get the call.
No, I never got the call, son of a bitch.
Guys, shh, we're trying to not tell him about that.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole room's in the band but him.
Everybody was there, but
All right, we're going to take a break real quick and
Oh,
play
yeah.
some,
kind of forgot about
how
that.
do you say it? Canfield? I
Canfield.
want to know where that name comes from.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold cow. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis.
Ain't nobody got time for that. merry-go-round.
I'm Chris.
I'm the natty guy.
And I'm Luke Paul.
And I'm Zarch.
And what are you guys listening to?
Detroit State of Mind. Oh, yeah.
No!
Oh, yeah.
No!
Yeah.
See you around, kid. Next time you overeat, take what the guys who overeat for a living take.
Detroit State of Mind.
And we're back.
The magic of
Editing, baby.
Editing.
Dude, that song we just heard was fucking killer. What song did we just hear?
Which, I don't know.
Whatever you
merry-go-round.
say.
That was
So
merry-go-round.
what's merry-go-round about?
Oh,
I'm
boy.
sorry. Dave wants to know the origin of the band name.
Oh, okay. It's the street in Detroit.
Well, that's done.
It's a
Thanks.
street. We're trying to tie to Detroit.
Really boring. I used to live on West Canfield in the Cass Corridor on Wade State's campus with an old friend, Brett Lucas. And I just always thought it would be a great name for a band, West Canfield. But they nixed the West and just went with Canfield.
Well,
I think Canfield's
was
better.
I was in a band called Canfield as well.
That was the weirdest thing about
Really?
it.
Yeah.
He was like, that
So
was
my
first
old
band, yeah.
singer in a band called Frame, he's a singer of a band called The Bell Beat now, but he lived downtown, and I would stay with him a lot and whatever.
Did he live on
I
the
was
same
just-
street?
No. He lived because
that would be a wild
right
story.
close to it, and so he always loved it. He goes, you know what? We're gonna name ourselves. We started an emo band. He's like, let's call ourselves Canfield. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That sounds cool. And so when we were talking about it, I was like, oh my god, I was in a band called. I have pictures of it.
We had a
'Cause we
couple
didn't-
That
different
is so
names.
weird.
Yeah, we had like a list of different
Turd
names.
Purse.
Yeah,
and
Yep.
Turd
Turtle
purse?
Gun.
Turtle gun. Turd purse.
I don't hate Turtle Gun.
Yeah.
Turtle
Turd
Gun,
Purse
that
is-
was actually in the running. Turtle
Turd
Gun
purse
was up
kind
there.
of sucks.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
so
one was a joke. Turtle
That
Gun
is-
was
That could be the
genuinely-
first EP.
I'm
I
gonna
have-
I'm gonna give you a little insight on when we write songs. So when we write songs, we name them funny ass fucking names, and then they eventually get a real name.
Yeah.
Right.
But so we have one right now. What
Turd Purse
Turd
27.
27.
Yeah.
It was on my mind, so that's where I. Yeah.
Why the number 27?
It's always 27.
my number.
It's
Yeah,
just
that's my
because
number.
Because that's how many
his favorite
times it
number, I
takes for
guess.
me to
That's
fucking
my
play
favorite
it
number.
right.
You know, some things like subconsciously just stick in your head, and when you need a number, it's always the same goddamn. I always say 27. I don't know why. It's always 27 comes out. I don't know.
It's how many dicks. It's
Try not to suck any dick on your way through the parking lot.
47 times in a row.
In a row?
Well, I guess your kid's definitely not going to watch this now.
Say, man, my kids are so excited to see this, but man, they're not going to be able to watch.
It was Darren McCarty's number, right? No.
yeah.
This was 25.
I wouldn't know.
So during my research, which I did a lot of, thanks, Bob.
You're welcome.
There's a Ted Nugent tie here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So
Talk to me.
And Marshall Crenshaw.
I know.
Yeah. So I
Rock
was
and
in
roll
my
royalty.
band,
There's more.
My band Colic, we recorded down at a place doesn't exist anymore. Well, the studios. I don't know what it's called anymore. 40-ounce sound. We were good friends. They Chris Peters, Drew Peters, the Peters brothers were producing us. Really talented guys. They've actually written songs for Black Eyed Peas and stuff like that, like hits and stuff like that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so we knew them. They had a project that they were working on, and it was a singer-songwriter girl who was really good.
gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Her name was Alex Winston. They sent us, me and the bass player from Colic. We were kind of winding down Colic. We've been doing it for 5 years, and just kind of people were like going back to school and like, I'm just gonna, you're 25 years old. It's like, what are you doing with your life? And I'm like, well, I want to do music. But some guys were, so the band was kind of on its way out. So he's like, well, you guys want to do this? So me and bass player from that band, Mike Dunn, we teamed up with them and Alex Winston. they had a connection that Ted Nugent had recorded at 40 Ounce. So they had actually worked with Ted Nugent. So it was kind of a nice connection. When it came time to get everything ready, we were really like solid recordings and everything like that. We asked if we could play DTE one time. Went really well. He asked us to do the entire next. So that was 06. He asked us to do the entire next summer tour with him.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Him
Back
his-
the fuck up.
Yeah.
You asked to play DTE?
Yeah.
And they just said, "Yeah,
That
fuck it,
happens,
why not?"
And that fucking works. Yeah. Well, we had
You're shitting me.
we had direct contact with him because he had worked with these guys in the studio. So, it was.
You
basically-
asked Ted, "Can I play Pine Knob with you?" And he said yes.
Sure.
Yeah. Actually,
That is mind-boggling.
Ted and Doug Banker was his manager, and so Ted and Doug would make the decisions together. But no, it was a good band. Like, it was some serious stuff. And it went over well the one time we asked, so we got on the tour and then we did actually 07 and 08 tours.
How did you feel walking on the Pine Knob stage that first time?
Fucking so nervous. I've never. So
I'd be
I get
terrified.
I'm an introvert. Like, I'm the opposite of Bob. I'm an introvert. Like, I learned through my dad, like being in like on stage. I'm like, okay, it's like kind of like a role. It's like acting, whatever. You get into like stuff like that. I love music, but like that kind of thing, I get nervous when I go on stage in general. So I have my own techniques. But that, like 10,000 people in front of you, my leg was shaking the entire time I was playing, and I was like, wow. But no better way to just jump into it.
See, I'd be the opposite. I'd be such a fucking rush. I'd be
You
all
do-
into
you
it,
me
man.
too.
Fuck,
Yeah.
let's go.
It only takes the first. For me,
Yeah.
it's always the first note.
Yeah.
The first
Yeah.
hit, and then I'm done. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, but that I mean,
nervous.
that big of a that was crazy. That was
Yeah.
fun. Looking back, that was awesome.
So then you also toured with Ted Nugent then?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah. No big deal. Yeah, whatever.
It was
Old hat,
amazing.
no big deal.
We didn't make any money. I mean, we got paid decently.
I
We got-
skinned rabbits with them, shit.
yeah, right. We did both summers, full tours, all over. We had to work out the logistics of hotels and all that, but that was a fun time.
But you guys made no money on that?
we broke even. I mean, so like I was
hopefully you
able-
had merch to sell. And
that was where we made all our money. Was
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. And we were making. I was able to pay for a 1-bedroom apartment and like feed my cat. It was nothing glorious, but we were all making $500 to $1,000 a month, like doing what
That's
we loved. Hey, I had a $400 apartment and basement in Ferndale. It was like that was.
I can collect bottles and make that.
Yeah.
Fuck. And
Remember those days?
And you're on tour.
Remember those days when rent was like $400?
Yeah, I was
or
paying
$500.
$400
Now
a
it's like
month.
$2,000.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
anymore,
It's
man.
Jesus,
Yeah.
God Almighty.
But it was whatever.
Did you get to hang out with Uncle Ted?
Yeah. He would have us do every now and then. We'd do brunch with him. I have nothing but good things to say about this guy. He's just a really nice guy. Treated you well. Let us go. There was a Timberland truck. He was like, "Go grab some boots, guys." The Timberland reps were out there, and like we're like, "Thank you." Like, awesome. He would give us anything we want, feed us. Yeah, just yeah.
So
Great experience
He'd
with
give
that
you
guy.
everything but money.
But the funny thing is about that is like what we were getting, like just the exposure was. I mean, that's huge.
So you're like an exposure millionaire right now.
Yeah.
He did use you for target practice that one time in the parking lot, you told me. He said, sit still, give me my crossbow.
Yeah.
Run around the parking lot.
Would he make you hold something, or did he really do this?
No.
Put an apple on his head and shit.
He was really
did
cool
use
to
to
us,
go
except for
fucking
that
move,
one
kid.
time in Cleveland where we had to run around the parking lot behind the tour bus. And he had a crossbow.
It was kind of funny. One time I was standing, after we played, obviously I'm watching him from side stage, which is like, whatever. Guy's a legend, so you're like watching him like from the side stage. It's pretty cool. But he'd shoot the guitar. What is it? The Great White Buffalo guitar, or whatever.
Yeah.
And like the first time that I didn't realize it was going to happen. They put it out, and I'm like literally like 5 feet away from it, and I'm like. And he hits it, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" But he
won't miss.
He's
What-
a marksman.
what
Like,
if he's having
good,
an
but
off-
He was right next to my head. and I
What
was
if
like,
he had an off day though?
right? Yeah.
It can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
No,
You never know.
But yeah.
I love old Ted Nugent music. If I could see him play every night, that'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah, no, he's great. I love him.
I'm not a fan personally, but that's whatever.
Yeah, I never really did. I never got into it.
His politics
never
can
got
make him kind of a, like.
I never got into Ted
I don't
Nugent.
even think about that. His music's killer.
Yeah.
No, he's.
Yeah, if you put all that aside, I guess it's not. It's good rock and roll.
One of the first songs I learned lead on was "Journey to the Center of the Mind" by the Amboy Dukes, and it's like still one of my favorite.
Ted Nugent. I never did drugs. No bullshit. Let's
Right?
go.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, right? Yeah.
You ever hear the Ramones cover of that?
No.
Oh, it's great. They have a record called Acid Eaters. They do all these '60s tunes, whatever, and all in the Ramones style, and that's one of them they do.
That's gotta be awful.
No, it's actually really good.
I love Ramones. Ramones are good.
You don't like the Ramones?
No, I don't like the Ramones.
Okay, well, I guess we're done with that conversation.
There's probably a handful of songs that can't live without, but the rest of it.
Yeah.
Once you get past Blitzkrieg Bop, like where else you going after?
They're all exactly
how many
the same,
more?
man.
Yeah.
How many more? Can we think of another one? Blitzkrieg Bop. What else?
KKK,
Gina's
take my
Punk
baby
Rocker.
away.
Sedated.
Sedated,
Wanna Be
yeah.
Sedated. Oh, it was huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, they got more than I thought, huh?
Yeah.
They got like 40 years of music, man.
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
you talking about?
Where you been?
But I mean, at least hit songs that someone would know. You know what I mean? They're pretty obscure.
Yeah, they never really
you know.
got radio
They're like
play and all that.
AC/DC. They made a great record and then made it for 30 years.
Exactly. Yeah.
Actually, I thought their records were actually kind of shittily produced, whatever. Like, live was where it was at with those
Ramones?
guys. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But then every song was like, 1, 2, 3, 4. It was all the same tempo. So, like, we really didn't capture, the essence of them, I guess. Or maybe that was the essence.
What they did is
Yeah.
respectable for
Yeah.
sure. Just
It's,
not my
it's
thing.
a time and a place and a happening.
Yeah.
And that's what it was.
My punk rock leanings are Dead Kennedy style.
Yeah.
That's good music.
So what actually influenced you guys? Like, what the fuck is that? You hear that? Is that the neighbor?
It's your fucking
There
heater
can-
running.
Oh, is it? No, I heard like a big thud or thump or something.
Nope.
That was me finally getting on the microphone.
Oh, about freaking time, man.
Yeah.
Hello.
We all have a common Foo Fighters obsession, kind of Dave Grohl obsessions, which is really nice when Bob showed
I
up.
like all his bands except the Foo Fighters.
So,
I can tell by the chord progressions you guys play. It does have a very.
yeah,
It leans towards that.
We're kind I think it's. I mean, I hate being that way when I write, like trying to sound like something, but it's like with this kind of stuff, the way Bob plays, the way that I play guitar, he plays guitar, the way we kind of write melodies, it's kind of in that vein. So it really helps seeing it and having a vision for it, when we're doing that. So sometimes I'm like, this is too close, guys.
Yeah.
We gotta mess around
yeah.
with this. It's just a straight up Foo Fighters template for a song, but yeah, it's
rip-offs.
yeah.
My favorite Grohl
copy
stuff is.
cans.
Do you ever hear the Probot album?
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
yeah.
Absolutely.
That one's
Yeah.
good.
Come on, man. Have you seen my snare? That's a DW Signature Series Dave Grohl snare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cost a pretty
Pinkies out, motherfuckers.
For me, I would have to say, I know this is really cliche, but you got to go with the classics like Huey Lewis and the News and Hall & Oates. I would say for me.
Trucking buckwheat.
Like you're serious right now?
No,
He's
No,
not being serious.
he's
I do
never
like.
seen-
I
Although-
fucking love Hall & Oates.
I like.
man.
I
don't
like
get me
Hall &
wrong.
Oates too, man.
Don't get me wrong. I love that shit.
I like
That's
ABBA.
just- yeah, I love all that shit.
I got to see ABBA. It was fucking. They were great.
They just put out a new record, or going to. It's either
Really?
out or it's coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, we seen them at Freedom Hill. They were fucking amazing. We got free tickets. My buddy Bill's like,
Love
yeah,
that stuff.
I'll
I mean,
go.
All that stuff is an influence. I mean, you think about what you grew up with, and when I first started paying attention to music, the kind of things that I was paying attention to, like bass lines or kicks or like chord progressions, and it's like whether it's Huey Lewis and the News or the Foo Fighters, it's all the same stuff, So
I was a
they're-
big
they're an
George
influence.
Thorogood kid in the '80s.
Yeah.
Fucking George is badass, man.
Yeah. Influence is weird, I think, because things that influence you don't necessarily translate into what you produce yourself. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I
No,
you
you're
know,
right.
You know what I mean? And it's also hard to use your influences instead of being your influences. So it's there's a lot. Let's get deep. It's going to get really deep in a second.
Do you like Pink Floyd?
I mean, I appreciate Pink Floyd.
Yeah. I mean, the first time I heard "Wish You Were Here" was
Oh my God.
holy cow, that
Yeah.
was changed.
It's still a great
course of
song.
music
Absolutely.
for me.
It's unbelievable.
You know, I
Gave
must
me
be
an
weird
experience for
because
sure.
Even though I appreciate the music, Pink Floyd has done nothing for me. When it comes down
I'm
to
not a big fan myself, but there's the song "Mother" and "Wish You Were Here."
Yeah.
I love those
yeah,
freaking
yeah,
songs.
right, exactly. But when I think of a musical standpoint, the influences, even though they were prevalent in my life because of my father, it just I have no feeling when I think of
Black Sabbath's the greatest band. Never walked the planet.
They're up there.
I love Sabbath.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love Sabbath.
I love Sabbath.
So what is
Goddamn
your
Zeppelin.
go-to band then?
It's really
You
cliche
can have
after all of our
You can have
conversation.
two because nobody ever has one.
I
Right?
I don't know if I can pick two.
yeah, right, exactly. So
What's your Mount
Seattle,
Rushmore?
Seattle Sound. If I could just use just a blanket, Seattle Sound is like that's my comfort
None of them
zone.
None of them bands all sound
that's
alike
so
though.
that's so broad in general. Like
that's-
from
None of them sound alike to me.
Alice in Chains to like
Pick
Soundgarden.
Alice in Chains or Soundgarden. Which one do you pick?
Soundgarden.
Soundgarden, of course.
Yeah.
Pearl Jam.
Screaming Trees.
Screaming
Great
Tree, right?
fucking
yeah,
band.
Screaming
Yeah,
Trees.
oh my
yeah.
God.
Mark,
Yeah.
yeah, Mark
You
Lanigan.
don't like them?
No.
I always loved Mark Lanigan.
Oh,
His
man.
voice.
Lanigan.
man.
Dude.
There's one album though that's really good, and don't ask me to name it because I'm not a fan. But I remember my buddy had one album that we listened to over and over and over. It was pretty good.
I like them. Yeah, they're not everybody. I can see it's not for everybody. It's kind of it's like the
My favorite Seattle band is Tad.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going way back.
And
Yeah,
Mudhoney.
it's
One of my
obscure.
Mudhoney is badass.
Mudhoney's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Mark Arm, front man, dude, such a
Yes.
strong freaking vocal presence.
Yeah.
And who's still got the Melvins are still going on today too. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
still like
Dude, that's one of the greatest bands ever too.
The Melvins?
Didn't
You ever
play-
seen the Melvins live?
Yeah.
They've
Fuck,
gone-
man.
They
He's
played
full
Smalls
into it.
recently or something like that.
I passed up going to see them and Napalm Death in the same fucking bill.
Ooh.
That's
I'm
kind
like,
of
man, I don't feel like going. And my buddy Eric's like, dude, you fucking missed it, bro. It was like in a postage size bar. I'm like, I've fucking done acid with Napalm Death, dude. I've seen enough Napalm Death shows for a lifetime.
those are
you
two
know?
bands you would not think that would be on the same bill.
That's fucking
It's
buzz
just-
for you, though.
It's just not like they're not similar veins of music whatsoever. You know.
And then they toured with that crazy Japanese band was on that bill too. I forget it. Probably Bukkake something.
That's the default. Just
Yeah, the
Bukkake.
default right to Bukkake.
You talking about that really fast punk band, the videos you showed me, or?
No. These guys are really super weird. Like Acid Mother something or other. Yeah, they're cool. They come out
Acid
with like
Mother something or
start
other.
tape
That's a
recorders
new-
and shit, and
new
then play
album.
along with it. Yeah, they're fucking wild.
So, what would be your guys' favorite venue that you guys have played so far?
man.
Played one. Smalls, right?
Yeah, right. We together have played Smalls, but we've all played 1,000
Oh,
different
you mean-
venues.
okay,
like
yeah.
in general, fuck, I'm gonna think about that for 1 second.
My claim to fame is twice at CBGB's.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Never
That's
played
really-
there.
That's really cool. Nobody
it
can
was-
beat that.
Dirtiest,
machine
You know,
shop
you know,
in
what,
Flint.
and you know what?
Harpo's.
My ignorance.
Hey,
the first time I
Alvin's.
went there.
Alvin's.
Alvin's
I
was-
used to love
was
Alvin's.
Oh yeah,
Alvin's
Elvin's.
was cool,
I
man.
miss
Yeah.
Elvin's.
That was where our bands
That's where we
first
met.
started playing,
Yeah, that was so great.
I was stoked to play Harpo's though.
Harpo's. Oh my god.
Harpo's, the stage,
The
that was, like,
tallest stage in
10
the
feet
world.
the
This
air.
is where Slayer stood.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Everybody has stood here, man.
My
Kinda
first-
cool.
my
This is
first
where Lemmy
real-
stood spit.
Yeah.
You know, fuck yeah.
My first real gig was
Stomped his
Paychecks in
burrows
Hamtramck.
out.
I think that's everyone's first.
That was
gig.
my first gig,
Paychecks.
opening up for the Trash Brats.
Yeah.
When I was like
Where was
15
that?
or 16. Paychecks.
Paychecks.
That's
That was our
Yeah,
first
yeah.
gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sanctuary.
Was it really?
Our first gig together was Paychecks.
I don't remember. I don't. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Saying it.
Oh, that's the Sanctuary
Locally
now.
or like in? I
Yeah.
guess it's-
They're actually doing really well now.
know,
It
man.
seems like it.
They're getting some
That's
really
hard.
good bands in there. There's a lot of people. It's kind of hipsterish a little bit.
Yeah.
Beers are $5 and
Yeah.
whatever. At least there's asses and seats and there's good
Yeah.
shows there.
Right.
Shit, I gotta think about that. I
We
don't know.
did with Nugent. We did the Ryman Auditorium.
Oh my
Shut
God.
up.
Oh my god.
That was weird because you're looking at all the Confederate. You know, like they took them down actually because this was in 07, 08. But they actually, I think they took down all the Confederate. Like there's some
Didn't the
sort of
Ryman
memorabilia
flood?
that was maybe. Yeah, it did. I
And they
think,
moved or rebuilt it or
I
something
think
like
so,
that,
yeah.
or
But, yeah. Just playing there was weird. Like I was like, this is crazy. With Ted Nugent, I was like, it was surreal. We actually played horribly. I think we were all thrown off by it. We were like, just out. You're just like, I can't believe I'm doing this right now. It was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of the coolest ones.
I've never even been to the Ryman. I drove
Yeah.
by it.
Yeah.
It's just this
And
little,
you
it's like
played
a
the
barn
fucking
in the middle of
stage.
Nashville. It's
Yeah.
like this barn.
Yeah.
It's so old looking, but yeah, it's the history in that place.
I got a memorable one. The first show I ever saw in my life was Primus with Fishbone at the
man.
main event in
Nice.
Toledo.
Fuck.
So when
The
we
main
played,
event, I love it.
Right when we
Yes.
played the main event, many years later, we had a band and we played the main event. That was kind of like a moment. That was like a spiritual moment, being like, my first show was ever here, and I'm playing here now. It's a very trippy thing to be on the same stage as the first show I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can't really think of any venues that were.
Did you play Red Rocks there, son?
No.
No.
No, we didn't get to play that
No.
one.
Well, you played the Ryman. It's good enough.
Yeah, we did all the House of Blues, which was kind of cool. Those are all really nice venues, but
They are really nice.
They're
Yeah, we did
really
Cleveland
nice.
House of
Like,
Blues.
they're-
That was
Favorite
really nice.
venues? Like I can't say. I mean, like.
But I would say it's
Like-
like my favorite. They had a good green room actually at the.
So there was a place I talked about
Cleveland.
this before. Tempe, Arizona. There was a place called Bash on Ash. We played. It was our last show of tour when we went out and toured and hung out with 20 Dead Flower Children, and there was like 4,000 people there. Like it was a huge show. We played from what I remember, we played like in the middle, a stage that was in the middle. And there
Really?
were people everywhere.
So you're surrounded by people all the way around. That'd
Yeah,
actually be
that
kind of
was-
cool.
That would be
was
great.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, and they had a screen in the background and that stuff. Yeah, and I've still searched to this day. This was 2001. Yep. Yeah, I was 21. So
What band were you in then?
Forge.
Okay.
That's when I was in Forge.
Right on.
Yep. So, other great places that I played was the Agora Ballroom.
I've heard of that place.
In Cleveland.
Yeah.
We played with who is it? Mushroom Head, and it was like a fucking crazy big old show. That was the sound was amazing there, and I love St. Andrews. I'll tell you what.
I love St. Andrews.
I love St.
Never played
Andrews.
there.
I played St.
It's
Andrews.
got
a few times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially if you got a good sound person. It just the sound is so.
It's a
Even
great
the
place to see
shelter.
a show.
Even the
shelter
shelter
is
is
great.
great. The
shelter.
shelter's great. St. Andrews
Yeah.
great. I don't know.
The IROC. That surprisingly, I loved the sound. You playing up on the stage.
The Blind Pig.
The
Oh
Blind
yeah,
Pig,
I
of course,
loved the
Blind Pig.
Legendary.
That was great.
Legendary place.
I forgot all about that.
There's a Facebook page for IROC, and it shows all these videos of all the bands that have gone through it. Like Motorhead played
Oh my
there.
God,
Like
yeah.
fucking.
How
It's a
bad-
shithole little bar.
Yeah.
How far back? Because I remember they used to videotape everything.
Yeah, this is all
Yeah.
VHS recordings and shit, man. It's on their
I'll
page
have to
now.
go look.
Yeah, it's wild.
My band Frame started the all ages night at IROC because I was relentless. I called Ted and Steve or whatever, the two dudes that own the two mullet guys. I called them on a regular.
The mullet guys.
I called them on a regular. I said, I promise I can bring kids. I promise. And he's
Right.
like, all right, you know what? Let's try it. I started it, and then they had it forever until probably people got shot there or something.
It's a bad area,
The
man.
kids were
It's
for him.
not
He's
good.
like, I will bring you kids.
I will bring you
Kids, he's like, yeah.
I didn't say there'd
I'll
be
let
a-
you play here
I
if you
was
bring
so
me
excited.
kids.
I didn't say there'd be a lot. Yeah, that sounds kind of creepy, actually.
I will bring you kids.
In bags.
Is Harpo still around? I haven't heard about
Yeah.
Harpo's.
Oh,
in a
yeah.
while.
Roosevelt
Oh, yeah.
fixed it all up, put a new roof
Okay,
on it.
Really? All right.
I guess it's still renovating on the inside, and
Yeah.
we played there
Heard
right
about
after
it
they
for a
opened back
while.
up.
Ah.
Cool.
Yeah, we opened for who? Seduce, and then Halloween.
Seduce. Oh my God.
He used to work with Dave Black at Guitar Center.
Yeah, I think I bought shit off of him.
Oh, yeah.
He worked with one in Roseville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know a guy named Joe?
Joe Iloff.
Yes. I used
We
to
were
work.
just
He
talking
was-
about Joe.
he was-
Yeah, we were just
He was
talking
our
about it.
regional manager at
Yeah.
the time. Yeah.
I used to work with him at a Papa John's back in the
No shit.
late 90s or something like that. He had long hair. He always had Paul Reed Smiths.
Yeah.
Paul Reed
Paul
Smith.
Reed
Oh no,
Smith.
the Ted Nugent, the zebra pattern. Was
Yeah.
that the guitar
Yeah.
your friend had?
Yep.
Yeah, that's he was always selling.
We
guitars,
did not
yeah.
get along when we worked together, but when I saw him at Guitar Center, man, like we became buddies again.
Yeah.
Like we never hung out or anything like that, but like I always liked the guy.
He was a nice
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
He's just kind of little
Yeah.
off center, a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. No, he was fine. Everybody was fine there. We just didn't make shit. We just didn't make any fucking money.
No, it
like
was
I
so
couldn't
bad.
believe the scam that it was too, because it's like these
So
musicians and we know what we're doing, but then they were like, all right, $5 your bass, and then it's like now you have to make some jip, which gross
Gross profit.
gross profit.
Like you have to sell.
And I was like,
how
all right,
much you
worked
sell
my ass
means
off,
how much you make.
and
It's
I
commission.
made
Commission.
I made
based.
$400 in commission, so I made like whatever.
Nothing.
Yeah, like nothing. It was
Yeah.
maybe they fixed their pay scale at that place. I hope they.
A buddy
have,
of
but-
mine used to be in a band with a dude named Adam. He was a manager there, regional manager. Little skinny guy.
I don't know.
Badass drummer.
I don't remember. Adam.
I don't remember
Oh, is
Adam's
that
last
for
name.
guitar? Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
What you got there? What is that?
Oh, it's he noticed my little guitar pick holder. Just
Oh,
in
it's cute.
case. Just in case.
That just reminded me of like my ex-stepdad. He was a mechanic, so he had a scale. He had one of those little scale
Hey,
things in his.
don't feel bad, bro.
You guys got the same thing?
Yeah, they're fucking
That was
great,
my
man.
Christmas gift to the boys in
It's
Bermuda
empty, of
Mohawk.
course, but
I got mine. Yeah, that is from him.
I got it.
Mine's always empty.
Mine too.
Like an asshole.
Yep.
I've never seen these before.
Mine's
just
always.
now.
I'm gonna
Mine's
put-
always.
Really?
No.
Mine's
Make a
always
club.
full, and then I'm always constantly
putting
looking
one
for a
pick
pick
in
because I
it,
forget all
just
about
so
this.
I can say I have
If
a
you
like
forget
never
a
have a
pick,
pick.
just look in your dryer at home.
They need to have
true.
radios for drums.
I got it at a garage sale. I picked it up. I'm like, what the hell is
That's
this
a
thing?
gift.
The
That's a
lady's
gift
like,
to
it's for
you.
holding guitar picks.
Awesome.
That's a
For a
gift to
quarter,
you.
I'll take it.
Hell yeah.
That's hilarious.
Now I have one, Dave.
You have one.
Aw,
You're very welcome.
Now it's the biggest
all right, we
pouch you
better
own.
see those at shows. We're gonna come to your shows, and you better fucking
I'm actually
pull
gonna
that
make
out.
it a zipper on all my pants.
Yes.
What's that? It's my sack.
It just claps on there every time I walk.
The slapper. Let's take another break.
Sure.
We'll be right back. We're going to play some more Canfield.
Hi, this is Screaming Scott from 101 WRF. Well, in this crazy, pretty much fucked up world, it's good to know that when I want a little bit of sanity and some crazy, crazy talk, I could tune into the Detroit State of Mind podcast. And I feel, I feel like I'm high. It's awesome.
This one's called Crazy Situation.
And there's not a lot that you can do. You might understand and you might make a plan, but then you're gonna. It's a crazy, hazy situation. And there's not a lot that you can do. Then you're gonna have to tell.
Christ, did a cow shit in here?
Trade places now really fast.
Do it.
And we're back. So, you guys on a time frame or
No.
No.
no shit? Give me another
Quarter
fucking
after 5.
3 hour fucking 3 hour tour.
It's 9 o'clock. We've eaten. We're drunk.
So
Please go home.
So the recordings you guys did, what are you going to do with these things? Are you going to put it out?
Yeah.
What's the plan?
Yeah.
Eventually, what? 10
Like
years from now? Or
as soon as possible.
We're looking at
We
January,
just need to get.
right?
Yeah, we're hoping for a CD release party. We still call it CD release party, right? Album release party,
whatever,
like January.
Make sure you have stickers.
Hopefully January.
I know, right?
January, February. Him and I need to find some time to actually just put the vocals down. That's all that needs to happen. But life always gets in the way.
Yeah, we have some.
And
We have
then
some
it's like-
shows.
wait, the
coming up.
studio is at your house, right?
Yeah.
So what's your excuse for not putting vocals down?
Just
Work.
The garage, the garage
all
is so
day,
far
bro.
away.
I know,
Do
right?
we all have a 7-year-old right now?
Yeah, we
Is
all
that
have
a
kids. We all have-
7-year-old?
We got
And
kids, yeah.
That's all in common, not to mention.
And then
all
when
the
you're
other kids,
singing,
yeah.
it's like if your voice isn't there today, you're not going to go put it down and then listen back to it and go, God, that sounds like shit.
Well, all last week I had COVID.
Get all the
we all
kid-
had COVID.
Get all
Yeah,
the kids
we
to do
all had
backups.
COVID. Yeah, that's fun.
So that
Great.
was.
I've never had it.
Really?
Me neither.
That you know.
As far as I know of it.
Me
yeah.
neither.
It
yeah.
wasn't
Me
horrible.
neither. I'm about to have it apparently from sucking on this microphone from the last guy. I'm gonna go home tonight.
Yeah. Now, as soon as we can get this
Yeah,
done.
don't watch the last
January.
show. You
Soon
don't
as
want to
we
be on
can.
there, Mike.
Yeah.
Damn it, man! You don't change these out every episode.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. They're
We
Lysol
soak
and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Soak them in.
Everything's desanitized and
Sure.
And LSD, the ride to home's going to be awesome.
I didn't know you like to get wet.
Sploosh.
And then it's just the getting it on the platforms. I'm not a big fan of like being at this level and like doing Spotify, and I just think Bandcamp is like this. Like we'll probably have to talk about that, but like
we have to get 7 billion views to make $100 or
the thing,
some
you make
shit.
no money on it. You're paying. I think that's just another talk about scams. I just think it's a scam. Like you're paying them what $20 a year. Or
You have to
something?
actually pay. We
Yeah.
have shit on Spotify.
Yeah, well, you have to pay a distributor.
You can
$12.
have free,
I never paid
or you
shit.
can pay.
We have shit on Spotify.
You gotta. Do you have
We
to
have
pay a
stuff-
distributor?
No, you know we had stuff on
It was free.
Spotify because it
What?
was because we were on CD Baby. Remember CD Baby like
Yeah.
decades ago?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they're still
because-
around.
Yeah, because our stuff was on CD Baby. I think our drummer. Maybe I'm making this.
They
up.
probably automatically distribute it to like iTunes
It like
and
then
all that.
it then became someplace else, but
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Bandcamp. I like Bandcamp. So
Yeah. Well, yeah.
that's
well,
where we'll use it. So.
is it most of the money or all the money goes
Yeah.
to you guys?
Yeah, it's just I like it more. Although they just got acquired by another bigger company, so let's see.
That's all going to change then.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
gonna change. Well, they said it's not, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
They say that every time.
Yeah,
Who's this they you're talking
I
about?
don't know. I've heard.
The
I didn't do my
man.
research on that. That's
Elon Musk probably or
Why,
Jeff
Facebook,
Bezos or somebody, one of those guys.
probably.
Yeah, it's just so weird nowadays.
It's the
with-
Pentaveret. It's the Pentaveret.
It really
That's-
is. Yeah.
Who's the new Pentaveret, right? Jeff Bezos.
I have a question. What is that word you just said?
The Pentaveret?
What the fuck does that mean?
It's from that movie. So
you
I
go to
married-
college or something?
It's from the movie.
College boy.
So I married an axe murderer, right? Is that what we were just talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
earlier? So I
yeah,
married
yeah.
an axe murderer. His character.
So you just pulled this fucking word out of nowhere and tried to incorporate it into a sentence.
I thought we all knew. I thought that was common knowledge. The Pentaveret. The Pentaveret. It's the 5 secret leaders who rule everything in the world, right?
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders.
The Pope.
before
the Queen.
The Queen. Yeah.
We were talking to somebody who sent us a message of this band that's going to come in, and his name on Facebook is Colonel Sanders.
Brilliant. That's awesome. Nice. Yeah. He hasn't been sued or cease and desist orders?
Not that I'm aware of.
Wow.
Well, how Mario Lopez is Colonel Sanders right now, right? Wasn't he the one who
yeah.
played him in the
kid-
last movie?
yeah,
So I mean,
yeah.
it's not so bad to be.
Didn't they have Reba? They had Reba McEntire do
Yes.
She was
Oh,
Colonel
really?
Sanders.
Yeah, in all those commercials,
Yeah.
it's somebody
Sexiest
different.
Norm
Colonel
McDonald
Norm
ruled
McDonald.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Norm
There you
Norm
go.
was the best. Yeah.
Norm was the
I
best.
love Norm Macdonald.
I love Norm McDonald. Yeah.
He's fucking awesome, man.
Oh yeah, and he complained about that too because they didn't tell them that they were going to switch it up because I think he was the original one, wasn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they
he's
did a
the one that-
couple of them with him,
Yeah.
and then they switched it up, and they just didn't even tell him. They just stopped calling him one day, and he was like, then all of a sudden he saw someone else's Colonel Sanders.
Oh
and
yeah.
he's like, what the?
George
heck?
Hamilton was like, I'm the extra crispy
Yeah, yeah,
Colonel.
yeah. Yeah.
It's fucking great.
George Hamilton.
Gilbert Godfrey was the duck.
Oh, the
Affleck?
Affleck? Yeah.
Did you ever hear him talk normally? Like,
Yeah.
like I just recently discovered
don't think
that
I ever
not
have.
his voice.
So
Like,
it- so
he
it's
was
not
just
annoying?
No, he's just like, hey, anyway, so I was talking to this, and I was like, oh my god, could you
I thought
imagine? Could you imagine having to do that for like 40 years? Like it hurts.
I knew it was
like
shtick, but I don't
40
think I
years
ever
of-
saw him break character.
of being that
Yeah,
guy.
you ever
like,
see
God damn.
It was like a
Ford Fairlane?
With
Yeah.
Andrew Dice
Dice
Clay?
Clay?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the fucking he's a DJ in there, and he talks all normal in that.
Yeah.
First time I seen him, I was like, what?
Right.
What was the guy from the New York Dolls that was
Oh,
Buster
oh,
Poindexter?
Yep. Dexter.
What's his real name? Yeah.
New York Dolls.
He always had that New York kind of talk like this, but that wasn't really his voice. Like it.
Nope.
I think that was another thing. Anyway,
David Johansen's
David
awesome.
yeah.
Never a big
The
New York Dolls fan. Just not a fan.
Again, I
It's
appreciate
fine.
it.
It's-
Yeah, I
Again, there's
appreciate
one
it.
album that's good.
Yeah,
and
like it never really got
Yeah.
into it. I don't know.
It's a
I played in
spectacle.
Best thing to come out of that was Kiss.
I played in a glam band called Mr. Manic.
I don't want to see Bob in spandex.
Oh, I have pictures of me in spandex. Yes.
With a cucumber?
No.
A roll of quarters?
No, I actually, that's back when I was a young man and I had long black hair and I wore makeup and I wore a latex yellow shirt and these spandex bell bottom like pants with like leopard print on them. I got pictures. I can show you.
The photos will be posted right here in the
Right
video.
here.
Right
Oh,
here.
they're gonna be on the green
We're
screen.
We're gonna have that.
I need to find these.
We're gonna have that. We're gonna send that to you so you can post it
I'll
in
hook
here.
you
It
up.
has to be seen.
I'll hook you up.
I'm gonna
Has
make
to
it
be
my
seen.
profile
Bob
pic.
don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
It happened. I'm
It's
proud of
me.
it.
It's Bob. I'm
Yeah.
the
thought it-
most
he thought
defiled person ever.
He thought it was funny his neighbor caught him jerking off.
Yes, it was fucking hilarious. You guys don't know about that
No,
one.
I don't want to know.
Go
I
watch
don't
the
wanna know.
go watch the video. Hey, go watch the video.
The screw video. Like and subscribe.
That's right.
Hit that bell.
Hit that bell.
So I just walked by your pedal board. Is that a real Klein on there?
No. That is a knockoff. I got that, what's $30 maybe? 30, $40.
Yeah.
Plays fine.
Well, like off Wish.
Not Wish. Yeah, I think
One of those.
Amazon. Wish. I've tried to get stuff
Alibaba.
on Wish. It takes forever on Wish. I think it's
Right.
like 4-6 weeks.
a
But that was I got that.
But when
real
it finally
good
comes, you're like,
scams.
oh my god, I forgot I ordered that.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
Christmas.
Christmas all over again. Yeah.
The real clowns are like $7,000.
Right.
know.
And it's
Yeah, they're stupid and
they're
expensive
good,
now.
but like this one sounds decent to me.
I dig your
know-
tone out of that thing,
yeah.
man.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Fucking
He
fun.
built his own.
Yeah.
If I was a multi-millionaire, I wouldn't spend $7,000 on a pedal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes,
Yeah, I
you
might.
would. Don't lie.
Yeah, you're right.
Multi-millionaire, yeah, probably. Just to have one. There's so many videos. Like if you like, I got into pedal making like during COVID and like as a new hobby. So I started like, and then like all these guys nerd out about diodes and resistors and all that other stuff. But you know, the whole thing about the Klon is this guy found I forget his name. Don't yell at me, but. He
Ron
had these,
Klon.
He had these. No, he had these
just
really,
made it up.
really special diodes. These really special diodes.
What
and
that
everybody
you
said-
can't get?
He bought. So once he made the pedal, he was like, "This is the sound."
He bought
and
them
then
all.
Bought every single one of them, and then they're like
Maybe, yeah.
they're like new old stock Russian diodes or whatever the fuck. You can't even find them anyway.
And if you open up a Klon, he black tars everything.
black
so you
ties,
can see
everything,
how
so
he
you
did
can't.
it.
Well, somebody years ago, somebody untarred theirs and posted the schematic, and now anybody can build a Klon exactly the same. And they found these other Russian diodes, which I bought, that are supposed to be exactly like they've done millions of like scientific tests, and no one can ever hear the difference. And
Have you tried building one then?
I have one. Yeah,
Yeah,
I built
he's got
it
his own.
with the Russian diodes.
Forgot
How's it sound?
Sounds rad. Sounds awesome.
Are you playing
There's
through pedals right now?
No,
or-
I didn't bring anything. I've never been a pedal guy.
I thought I
had a
thought I
Marshall
saw you
stack.
with a pedal in your
I
hand
know.
earlier.
There's one there. I didn't.
I'm a
plug it in,
junkie.
though.
You got any free samples?
I can build you whatever you want though, but I built a dozen or whatever, and I've never been a pedal guy. I always had like a Marshall stack or half stack and just straight Les Paul Marshall and just no pedals. But with this, at least I'm starting to dabble in the pedal thing, especially since I started building them. But yeah, there's another great video. The guy who does JHS pedals, he did this.
Josh.
Josh. They do the blind test, and they have the $30 Klon clone, and the $7,000 original.
Could he
And
tell
then
the difference?
Nobody, not one person can tell the difference. Not one person.
Any difference, you could kind of probably just dial it in on your app and get, like, if it's just too thin. I don't know,
It's
just
the
mess around with it.
unobtainium. It's the placebo unobtainium mumbo jumbo.
Mine's a little bit
I don't buy
brighter,
into
I
that
think,
at all.
than
I don't
like
buy
the
into that at
original.
all.
Nope.
I don't use any pedals, so.
I'll get-
No, a DW pedal. There we go.
Yuckity, yuckity, yuckity.
I'm out of here.
That's actually
That's it.
that's one of our jokes. When shit ain't working right, it's always Wooj is always I quit.
I quit.
I quit the
Quits
band.
every other day.
Yeah, he said that after this he's done.
He quits every freaking every time he shows up. He quits.
This is my last
He, was,
band
he said he was on
performance.
his way over today. He was like, I was just gonna fucking quit.
Yeah.
Pack my shit. I was so mad driving that bullshit today. Did you come down 94?
No.
It's so stupid.
Nope.
Fucking.
I know I've learned my lesson. That's my only main highway other than taking it over to like Van Dyke. So
It took me over an hour and 15 minutes to get from Hall Road
that's nuts.
to 16 Mile Road.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I hate driving.
And then it went down to 1 lane till 9 Mile.
Yeah.
What?
Well, probably Little Mac.
I know what way I'm not taking for work tomorrow.
And I usually I could take Harper over to whatever and get on Gratiot. Now that's closed like 3 times. On
Yep.
my own.
Yep. Construction everywhere you look, all at the same time.
Now, Woosh, did they use pedals in the Stooges? Were you messing with their stuff? Is that where you got into it from?
No, I just got into it literally COVID lockdown, just as something to do.
The Stooges.
Yeah. So
You have
what's the
Stooges
Stooges
connection?
tie?
I spent the better part of 8 years touring with Iggy and the Stooges
Doing what?
as the guitar and bass tech for Ron Ashton and Mike Watt.
Well, I'm glad you brought this up. What the fuck, bro?
We're helping lead.
I love how he's
he's-
all modest. Well, in high school,
is that how
I
you know
did this
Right,
and then
I've been
nothing
waiting
else.
for
I
him
didn't
to-
do
Right,
anything else
exactly.
for 20 years.
Never
Did you
did
tell me this
anything.
the other day? I think you might have left this.
He thought
out.
it was more important to tell you that I played with Darren McCarty, apparently.
No, I'm pretty sure
I think that's all he mentioned.
No.
Wow.
Look at
Well,
it.
Darren McCarty led to the Stooges, so thank you, Darren and Billy Reedy and the guys from Grindr, because that led
No,
to me.
nothing.
Oh, what
Wow.
the
Yeah.
Way to go,
Maybe that was in
Bob.
my brain. I don't know.
So what? Were you like during the blackout? You were working for him?
No, when they reunited back
after?
in 2003. The blackout? You mean
Hall of
we
Fame.
were on stage
Rock
with
and Roll Hall of Fame.
We were all right. Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah, start from the beginning.
Let's start from the beginning. So I was playing with Darren McCarty's. I was playing with Grindr, and we did a show at the Blind Pig in Ann Arbor. And this part of this is so stupid. I sound so stupid because I was so stupid. I'm not. I've never been like. Whatever. So we did a show at the Blind Pig, and they said, "No, Ron Ashton's going to be here, and he's going to play with us." And I thought, great, I don't know. And so he showed up, and I kind of helped him get set up and got some tone on his guitar and stuff. And
Bam.
and
You're
then-
his guitar tech.
And then we played. we literally played the show, and like 2 weeks later, I was living on Canfield, funny enough, in Detroit, walking down over to what was the name of the bar right around the corner that we used
Third
to live
Street?
at? No, the one that. What's the name of-
Thanks, Fritz.
fucking-
He'll get it eventually.
What's the bar that we?
I'm
right
the
across
sound engineer.
So I
in
get
the
a
band.
fucking song. I get a phone call from Nick, who was the sound guy at the Blind Pig. This is gonna be. I'm trying to make it shorter. Nick says, "Hey, Ron Ashton wants your number. Can I give him a call? Can I give him your number or whatever?" And
I'd be like, no. I don't want Ron Ashton calling me.
I didn't know who that was really. So
Shut the fuck up.
I don't really know. I don't really know that kind of information. Like I know who the Stooges are.
Yeah,
like
I knew
is
Iggy and the Stooges,
You know what I
but
mean?
yeah,
But like that
right,
kind of
right.
information, like it doesn't really keep with me. But and so he was like, Ron wants your number. Can I give him your number? And I was like, what, did I fucking break something, or is he pissed? Like I don't know. Like,
Where's my knob,
I was
dude?
like, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
Did I upset him somehow? So I said, yeah, give a. So he calls me and he's like, hey, Chris, it's Ron. I just want to say thanks so much for all your help at the Blind Pig. You seem like a nice guy and you seem like you know what you're doing. I'm going out on tour and I could use some help. Are you free? And I said, yeah. What band? And he goes, the Stooges. And I went,
You dumbass.
what's that now? He said, yeah, Iggy and the Stooges. Like we're reuniting and we're gonna play some shows. And I was like, yeah, I could probably make that. Yeah, sure. He's like, well, I need you to call the tour manager. Here's his number. So I literally ran into the bar. What's the bar on the fucking corner?
Oh, was it
God. Anyway, I run in. I said, fucking pen, fucking pen.
Did you
So
play it cool? Like, Yeah, so I'm working for Ron Ashton now.
No.
Slip, sip.
Big sniff.
Yeah.
So I literally called it. He said, take down this number. I called, and it was this guy, Eric, the tour manager. He said, hey, you must be Chris. I said, hey. He goes, I just need your address, your phone number, your email address, and your passport information. I said, I don't have a fucking passport. I've never been anywhere. And he goes, well, you need one because in 2 weeks we're going to be in Spain and France. And I went, what? And literally it was
Did
like.
you have a job at this time, or?
I was working. I
quit
was
that
working,
motherfucker.
working in a bar and playing with Grinder and.
You're like, I will be out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a handful of shows that turned into 6 years, 42 countries, and
Shut
and then,
up. That's
and then-
awesome.
And then January, Ron died. They called me and said, Ron's dead, and everything stopped for a while, and then they called James Williamson, who, legendary. Iggy and the Stooges guitar player, raw power, all that shit. Yeah. And so he hadn't touched a guitar in like 30 years. He was some fucking COO of like Sony Electronics.
Did
or
Ron
something.
replace him?
Yeah.
It's
like I don't know the history, I guess.
so
there.
it started with Ron and Ron Ashton, his brother Scott Ashton on the drums, Dave Alexander on the bass, and Iggy.
Yeah.
And that's where it all started, late 60s. And then they kind of, forgive me, the universe out there.
That was
if I'm
just
wrong.
the Stooges.
That
Then
was the Stooges.
Iggy and the Stooges
That was the
was
Stooges. Right?
after
Then
the
they kind
Astons
of
left.
broke up or something somewhere
That's a
in the Don't
sordid
Yell at
affair.
Me internet world, but like something in the 71 area that kind of broke up or something like that. And then that's when James Williamson and they went to England and made the album, and something wasn't happy, and so they flew Ron and Scott over there. Ron was playing bass, Scott was playing the drums, and then it became Iggy and the Stooges. So James Williamson was on his guitar, and Ron was on the bass now, and then Scotty, and so they toured as that. But when they reunited in 2003, it was Ron and Scott, and they got Mike Watt, because they were doing a thing with Jay
Mike
Mascis.
Watt's badass, dude.
So
you're not a
spend
fire hose fan?
Spend 6 years with him, and spend 6 years with Mike Watt. I love.
Is
Mike.
he not a cool guy?
I love Mike Watt.
Spill the dirt, man.
I'm not going to say anything.
Mike Watt is not going to watch this fucking podcast.
juicy
dude.
now.
I guarantee it.
This is going into the universe, so I'm going to be very careful. No, I love Mike Watt. I could talk about that for a long, long time though. But Ron Ashton and Scott Ashton and Mike Watt and Jay Mascis from Dinosaur Jr. had a band called Ashton Mascis Watt, and they were playing Stooges.
Say that
cover.
3 times.
Yeah, they were playing Stooges. Like every once in a while, they would just like get together and like play a show, like doing Stooges songs. And somehow Iggy found out, and then it turned into this thing. And Iggy got asked to do Coachella. They said something about getting Ron and Scott, and it just turned into this thing.
So you're backstage at Coachella too?
No, I wasn't there. That was they did one show, and they just like put it together and played. And then they're like, we should probably do this again. And then a million offers came in, and it was like, we have offers to play shows. And I might need a guitar tech, And I'm like, oh,
Right.
okay. That's how it all started.
So what was it? Oh, go ahead.
What's Iggy like? Is he cool?
Unbelievable. Iggy is unbelievable. He's like
He gave you a car.
He gave me a car.
Shut up.
He gave me a
Oh, this
car.
is a good story.
We
Actually,
could be here for hours.
This is a good. This story. It sucks for you, but like, it's,
Let her rip, man.
Iggy is like
Did he poop in the backseat or something?
He's like the nicest, calmest, smartest, quietest, coolest, normalest dude in the universe. But then he goes on stage and then
He's an animal,
kind
right.
of blacks out and then like does his thing and then comes back and is just like this normal Michigan kind of guy. He's just fucking rad. So we were down in Florida at his little house, and he had this 1966 Jeepster Commando in the driveway in this little, and I just thought that's the coolest shit I've ever seen. It's just such a weird, cool car. And he's like, "You want it?" And I was
Shut
like, "I was like, yeah." He goes, "I've been trying to get rid of it, and I can't sell it. So why don't you just take it?" And I was like, "Okay." He goes, "If you pay for the shipping to get it to Michigan, you can have it."
Like,
I
I'll
was
drive that bitch.
I was like,
Yeah, fire
so,
up.
well, we were like traveling around. So I said, seriously, next day I was like, on the phone, making it happen. So I paid like $800 or something to ship it from Florida to Michigan, and I got it and I drove it. That was my car. That was my only car at the time.
Please tell me you still have this.
no.
So
It does not.
God, you dumbass.
it had so many issues. I'll send you. We'll post pictures of that over here too. I'll send you the pictures. I was driving 12. I was taking my parents in St. Clair Shores, driving back to Royal Oak where I lived,
and taking 12 mile because it would die all the time, and the gas gauge didn't work. The gas gauge was like this, so I never knew where.
Is
I
that
was.
why he was trying to get rid of it? 'Cause it was so fucked up? Or?
It was so
It's still a
hodgepodge.
cool car.
It was hodgepodge together. But anyway, so it died on the corner of 12 and Mound. It died. So I get out of the car. I'm like, oh fuck it, like something. So I'm.
Were you cursing Iggy the whole time?
No,
Damn
you, damn you, Jim. I by the time I got out of the car and I went around the front, there were flames shooting out the hood.
Oh, shut
It was
up.
on fire, full on fire. And I dove back into the car because I had just done my laundry and I want to get my computer bag, right?
My underwears.
And literally,
The whites, dude.
I go back into the car and you hear, step away from the vehicle. And I was like, there's a cop on the corner who saw the whole thing. And I said, my laundry. And he goes, are you joking me? Get away from the car. And the car's in flames. You know what I mean? And so literally total loss.
It burned to the ground?
The whole front
Gone.
end from the driver's seat to the front is just
Thanks, Iggy.
incinerated. And then
That's how Iggy Pop tried to kill me.
Exactly. So the fire department comes, they hose the entire goddamn car to the whole. I got my computer bag, but they just hosed the whole car down. So the insurance takes it and all this stuff, and I'm waiting, and they said, I get a call from the insurance. They said we're gonna send it to our customs and classics division because it's a rare car. They didn't know it had anything to do with Iggy or anything, but they said we're gonna have it appraised. You're welcome to take it to your own place if you want to, but we're gonna have a look at it first and try to get it appraised. They called me a week later and like we're willing to have a payout of $9,870. I was like, that's fine. I paid $800.
Right.
So the next time, literally like a week or so later, I'm on a plane with Iggy, and he goes, I heard my car tried to kill you. And I went, yeah, actually, crazy shit. And he goes,
how did he hear this?
He goes, I'm really sorry about that. Because I'm sure I told the tour manager and everybody, like, fuck Iggy's car. Like,
Do you still talk to him?
Yeah, I have actually recently.
Get him to do us a drop.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be tight. No, get his ass over here.
I've emailed him back a few times, like on his birthday or something. I'll think of something and I'll be like, "Hey, man, happy birthday!" But he when he came around with Josh Homme when they did that thing, I went and saw and hung out with him backstage and talked to him then. So that wasn't that long ago. But every once in a while, I'll just kind of like send him an email. Happy birthday, boss. He's still playing fucking shows. He just finished the European tour.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Henry Rollins spoken word about trying to top Iggy on stage?
No.
Oh yeah, look that up, dude.
I like Henry a lot. I spent a lot of time with Henry. I like Henry a lot.
Yeah.
You just fucking know everyone?
Now I do because of that. Yeah, I know everybody now.
The Jay Mascis thing is crazy. Where he's like, "Hey, Chris," like
Yeah.
right backstage, and I'm like, "Fuck, what?"
I was never
like Jay Mascis is, "Hey, Chris," like that's
on the streets of New York.
He's hanging out with them all the time, And I'm like,
Jay Mascis does not seem like a really nice guy. Kind of like an introvert, like very quiet,
Exactly. Yeah, I was never starstruck at all, and that's one thing that Ron said. Because I didn't know who the fuck he was for the most part. But,
right? By default,
I never got starstruck, but there were several moments where I was like, what am I doing here right now? Like, Dinosaur Jr. was my favorite band forever and ever and ever. When I was like 15, it was like, oh my God. And now I'm like having a conversation with Jay like on a regular basis. It was just very trippy. Like, why am I here right now? It's very, very weird.
What's the bass player's name? I fucking forget.
from Dinosaur Jr.?
Yeah, he had another band, Folk Implosion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jay Barlow? Something Barlow.
God, I can't believe I'm
Folk
blanking.
Implosion was. I had no idea that connection was there. Wow.
Yeah.
I love Folk.
Yeah, the bass player from Dinosaur Jr.
Lou
Barlow. Yes.
And Murph was the drummer. And he had Zebedo as well.
Yeah, Zebedo's a great freaking band, too.
Yeah.
Not that I want to necessarily continue to have to make you talk about
can we
stuff.
Stop?
But I have two more things for him to talk about. So one of them is tell that story of in Scotland or Ireland, and you're hanging out at the bar, and you're hanging out with all these famous people. Billy Corgan.
Slayer was sitting right next. The guys from Slayer were right next to me. It was funny because
I've been to 29 Slayer shows. It's the second greatest band to ever walk the planet.
It was funny because we're staying, like, whenever we stayed at like the posh hotels. So we're like at the Grand in Dublin, and like after the show, like, you know, I'm like flannel, long hair, ripped up jeans, you know, and like we go to the bar, and it's like this gorgeous bar, you know, it's like fucking gorgeous, and there's like this guy the size of Nebraska with this sleeve of metal spikes on his arm next to me from Slayer, and Billy Corgan. I'm just like, what in the fuck? What story? What story?
No, just you're talking about having a drink, in the bar. There was a guy.
Some
that was buying a
businessman.
drink. Yes,
man.
yes.
That's not a great story.
No. I'm just
I've
the
heard
whole point
guy
of
with the spikes carried
correct.
a real
That's,
dick.
No, they were. It was just.
I just think it's amazing. Like he's
thought it was the
that's
guy
how
buying
not
you the
starstruck.
drink.
He bought me like
can
$100
be. It's
glass of.
oh,
He was
you
like,
know,
"What are you drinking?"
Billy
I'm like,
Corgan.
"I don't know, beer
Yeah.
or whatever." And he was like, have one of these, kid. He was like, $1 million suit. You know what I mean? It's just one of those like, why am I? How am I here? You know what I mean? Ripped up jeans and a flannel. Like,
It's almost
sitting
like
at
a
this bar.
dream.
It's
Like,
so
like
true.
none of this
And
was
he's
actually
like,
even
"Have
real."
One of these. I'm like, what is it? He's like, the Macallan 30. I'm like, it's $100 a glass, man. What the fuck? And he's like,
I just made $6 million last year.
You're right.
Drink it,
exactly.
kid.
Did you ever try getting on with somebody else doing that?
I did. Yeah, there were opportunities. Now, there were opportunities that
He's really dedicated to Canfield, though.
Yeah. I knew that my focus had to be moving back to St. Clair Shores, Michigan. No,
That's a stupid fucking focus.
no. There were other opportunities. There was Sloan, the Pretenders.
Sloan fucking rules.
I passed on some opportunities.
Dumbass. Now you're sitting in my basement at St. Clair Shores. You got your fucking dream, buddy. Your dream.
We can thank my ex-wife for that. I mean, I love you. I still love you. Things came up and nothing. I didn't really get a chance to do what I wanted to do with other people. Let's say there were some opportunities, but I didn't.
The Pretenders, eh?
Yeah.
Where the hell's this nickname? What would you say? Wooj?
Wooj. My name's,
last name.
yeah.
Oh, that's your last name?
Chris Woojak.
Yeah, well, that's a dumb story then, too.
It's real quick.
It's actually a really great story if you want to hear it. It's my last name, and they just shortened it.
Wow.
With an apostrophe.
Genius.
The Wooj. I prefer the Wooj, but
Yeah.
nobody does it.
The.
If you're not into the whole brevity thing, dude.
Yeah.
Not in the brevity band.
What about you, Bob? Can you top these stories?
Nothing. I have
Yeah.
absolutely nothing. I'm a piece of shit.
Same.
Bob's got butt play
Same.
stories to
Turd
talk
purse.
These are all masturbation stories, man. Gross. What about you, Fritz? Any rock and roll encounters?
One time I got to meet Weezer. That's
Sweet.
cool. That's my life story.
Fritz,
That's
you worked
it.
in radio. That's a cool thing.
Yeah, but you know what though? See, the thing was,
In Port
I was
Huron.
a corporate shill. Yeah, in Port Huron.
Yeah, but
it was
still.
a country music radio station.
Yeah.
So
Got
Was that the
less
one by the
cool
music
there,
store?
but
yeah, exactly. Yeah, And so my big claim, I did introduce Gretchen Wilson on stage once at Sarnia
I heard
Bay
she's a
Fest.
bitch.
Didn't even get to meet her.
No,
or
I'm saying she has
anything.
that song.
You at least
about
got the
bitch,
watch
right?
from the back, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's Meredith Brooks.
That's the angle you want there.
That's what?
Meredith Brooks.
Oh.
I'm a bitch,
Oh, I thought that was the other
I'm a
chick.
No,
lover.
she did have a song that had something to do with that, though.
Did she?
She did have.
She's a
Something
redneck,
bitchy?
redneck
Gretchen.
woman was her song or whatever.
Like, I'm a
Did she have
redneck
didn't Gretchen
woman.
Wilson do the one about slicing his tires and
That's no Carrie Underwood.
That's
did,
Carrie Underwood.
Yep.
So
if you-
you're steeped in the country music
see,
catalog.
that's how much
then.
I hate country music.
Gretchen what?
It
Gretchen
was.
Wilson.
It fell into
Gretchen
me, and you
Wilson?
know what? It gave me a good appreciation for the other side of the coin because I was one of those. I like everything but country.
So how did
You
you
know.
fall into that gig then?
I went to Specs Howard, so proud grad, RTV 1102. So I did that. So I got a television and radio degree, and I just worked my way up. Did local stuff. I worked at what was it? It was Live 97.1 at the time. That was the talk station.
Like the sports.
It's now sports, but before it used to be an edgy talk show. Like it used
Okay.
to have Howard Stern in the morning.
Oh,
you
we're
know,
talking about weaving
Kramer
baskets
and Twitch.
today.
Ted Nugent had a show on there, didn't he?
Yeah, Ted did have a show. I board opped one of Ted Nugent's shows, actually.
Yeah.
That was when I think Ted Nugent called while I was board opping one time. That was the crazy. That was like my first big claim to fame. I'm doing the radio show, and he used to call in all the time. And I'm the board op, answer the phone. Hi, what would you like to say to Dominski?
Oh, this Uncle Ted put me through
And it
to
was-
management
and it
now.
was, it was just because
No.
it was like, hey, this is Ted Nugent. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Ted Nugent. And oh my God, this Ted Nugent. Here, what I got to say on this side of the story. So what I got to say about this side of the story. And like 5 minutes later, I'm still like holding the phone out to hear it. I'm like, is this dude ever gonna shut up, dude? And I'm like trying to
He's
tell
a
the guys, I'm
talker.
like, Ted Nugent's on the phone, but he won't stop talking. I don't know what he's talking about.
So he's talking to you like he's actually on the air or something? Or?
Yeah. And then finally they were like, okay, and then we put him on the air.
And
that
then he
was
went
the bit.
silent. Well, that's all I have to say about
That's all
that.
I had to say, man. I'm done.
So yeah, so I got to do all that stuff, and then the gig in Port Huron opened up. Worked my way up. I was noon to 6. So if anyone out there remembers me,
Are you
from my
still in
Country
radio
Day-
now then, or?
Oh no, I got the heck out of there. I'm now a dental
Why?
hygienist.
Really?
Oh, dude, the pay sucked, man. It was.
But it had to be
again,
fun though.
It was fun, but the more I'm gotten older, the more
You need money?
introverted I've
The more
gotten.
money is important.
I
Yeah,
hated
cash
doing
is
the-
nice.
Dude, the bar thing. Got a T-shirt, man. Oh my god, I don't care about.
I like
getting
to
a
eat.
T-shirt. Yeah, I didn't care about. I didn't get.
Well, I'm not asking for one now.
So then I started doing WWJRs, doing traffic reports. On
He's got the radio W's down.
Yeah, he does. I can't even say it.
And then that job sucked too. You're just sitting there calling the police. Is there an accident? Oh, the police hung up on me, and it was like, and I'm just like, dude, this job just stinks.
Sucked the life out of you?
School, yeah,
That sounds dreadful.
it was really, yeah. And so yeah, I got the heck out of there, and
Now he
yeah,
cleans-
radio is.
now he
I'm
cleans
much
teeth.
happier cleaning teeth right now. I swear to God. So, but I do a cool thing. I go down to Detroit. I do like I work in like homeless shelters. I do DPS, Detroit Public Schools. So I clean all their teeth and everything else like that. So
Nice.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I like doing this a lot better than.
So you actually go-
all right, here comes Tim McGraw on Q Country. Up next to look at your Blue Water
Hey,
weather for
Tim, you're-
always on the corner hours. The Blue Water weather for
He's like, Tim, your breath's horrible. I can take care of that.
Did you always have like a gun right there? Like I could just end this right now.
A gun and a bottle of bourbon. Just like, God, which one?
I'll see how I feel at the bottom of the bourbon.
Yeah. God damn it.
So much happier outside of that line of work. I don't know. Didn't like it.
Good God. So there's a whole Ted Nugent tie, there's a Stooges tie, and Bob's just an IT.
Yeah.
Bob just has
I
nothing.
have a Ted Nugent tie.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So
Actually, I do as well.
It's a tie, and it says Ted
Yeah, it
Nugent.
says
I
Ted
do.
Nugent
So
tie.
do I.
It's a bow tie.
Do you really?
I met him at a birthday party on my street.
Actually, I have two
The
stories.
kids down the road from me were Nugents, and my mom's looking over the fence. She's like, "That's fucking Ted Nugent."
No shit.
Wow.
I'm going to talk to him.
I used to make I used to quality control arrowheads for him when I was a teenager. That motherfucker still owes me $250, by the way.
Son of a bitch.
Then we
You
recorded.
watching, Ted?
Yeah.
You owe this man money.
He's not watching.
Then
Nick said nice things.
we recorded at some. Actually, I think it was Sound Camp. He had Ted Nugent's old reel-to-reel machine there that we recorded on,
Wow.
Ah.
or 4-track or 8-track, whatever the fuck it was. The old
That's
big
cool.
ass reel-to-reel machine.
Cool.
So what is your tie?
An ex-girlfriend a million years ago. Her mom.
You look
listened-
good for a million years old.
Yeah. Thank you. So
He is a vampire.
yes.
Do you ever have hair?
Yes, I used to. I'll
said
I'll
long
give
hair,
you
yeah.
pictures.
The
Trust me, I told you. I'm gonna
Check
send
here
that
for the
picture
pictures.
of.
Bobby
Yes,
had
correct.
long locks.
Yes. So her my ex-girlfriend from a million years ago, her mom used to listen to The Bear all the time and listen to him.
The Bear?
The Bear.
The Bear.
Oh,
Radio
okay. Yeah.
station, yeah.
Yeah.
102.7 The Bear.
That's correct. So she used to call in
I
all
love
the
this
time.
guy.
Someday, Ted Nugent.
Love you.
Monster truck Pontiac Silver. Kids get in free.
Let's go racing.
So she got on the radio, and he was doing this thing like, I don't know, trying to get kids to come and trying to get more promotion or whatever. And she got on the air, and then he brought her to Jackson, and they planted trees, and he called her his Princess of the Pines. So she would
Really?
she would go occasionally to Jackson, to his compound.
Before the mold.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my.
And run around with a target while he practiced. He does that to
He makes everyone do that.
Oh, Ted.
Can you run with an apple on your head? Why? Just wondering.
We'll just staple it to your head first.
So yeah,
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, whatever. Wasn't me that did it, and I was like, whatever.
Close enough. 6 degrees Kevin Bacon.
That's right.
Hey, we're 6 degrees of Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent. Yeah. When you're in Detroit, you're somehow within 6 degrees of Ted Nugent.
Right.
Or Bob Seger.
Where does he live now? Texas?
Who knows?
It was Waco, yeah.
Yeah.
But Waco and Jackson were the two properties that he had. But
We were going to do Waco when we were in Austin, but they said there's nothing there but an old pool and some burned up cars.
the show I
But
played,
the dude said, he goes, when you go there, they meet you at the gate with an M16 still.
probably.
Nice.
You give them your $10 and they'll let you walk around the property.
Are you talking about the compound,
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna stand where people,
Branch
where
Davidians?
little kids were killed.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So we did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre film sites instead.
that's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome, dude.
Is the house still standing
Yeah,
from that? Or?
that was a little kid boner, huh?
The house still standing from that?
I thought
the
they burned
Texas
it
Chainsaw,
down.
Or no?
For the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, they moved it 700 miles to
Oh,
where it's at
wow.
now,
Oh wow,
and it's a restaurant.
brilliant.
You go in and get a bloody massacre.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait, are you
quick-
talking about the Texas Chainsaw stuff or the
Texas
branch?
Chainsaw.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Waco thing. Or
No,
the other
he's talking
thing.
about the Texas Chainsaw House.
Oh, right.
There's a Waco. You
Yeah,
go there, here
you
it
go
is.
in the front door.
But they moved the house.
The stairwell's there, the staircase. You get to go upstairs. They got Grandpa sitting in a chair up there and shit. Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
We went in and they're like, you know, I'm all excited because I'm fucking all about the horror shit. And the girl goes, "Yeah, we're not doing the tours anymore." I'm like, "Oh man, whatever." I'm still in the house, you know. I got to sit on the stairs, get my picture taken. And this dude at the end of the bar ain't shitting you, man. Cowboy hat, pistol, looking down at his beard, and he's, "Where you boys from?" We're like, "Detroit." And he's all like, "Give them boys a tour." I'm like, all right. They took us around, showed us everything. Got to go in the kitchen and all that shit. Yeah. And then
So
I'm
you
like,
probably
"Well,
actually
I'm
got
like,
you probably get a better tour than like the normal one.
Kind of did. And then he bought us drinks and
So who was that guy then?
he owned the place.
Really?
Yeah. And he told us the story. They said they took the house apart, moved it 700 miles, put it back together, and made a restaurant. But it looks exactly the same.
So why'd they
Just like
stop?
the
Why'd
movie.
they stop doing tours then?
They're getting ready to remodel the upstairs for something, but
Oh.
so we got to catch it before they busted it all up. They're like, "This is the window the girl dove out of. This is that and that." And then the guy goes, "You seen the second movie?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love that movie." Well, first he goes, "I know I own a restaurant here," but he goes, "You want to have the best barbecue in Texas? It's at the gas station from the beginning of the movie." He says, "When you get back to your hotel in Austin, it's another hour east." So we went out there and fucking had dinner.
shit.
Then the chick's like, "You ever see the second one when we're there?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "You know the bridge in the beginning when they're in the back of the pickup?" She's like, "Yeah." She goes, "It's like 10 minutes that way."
Wow.
So we went there, and then the guy goes, people at the bridge are like, "Oh, you like the fucking movie, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." Remember where, what's his name goes in and buys the chainsaw? I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Yeah, that's a bar about 10 minutes down this road." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, man."
2 weeks later.
Didn't even need a guide. Yeah, 2 weeks later, you know.
So this whole town revolves around Texas
Yeah.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Not really, but the people that
Sort of
were
seems
involved,
like it.
they're just like, "Go here now, go here now,
Yeah.
go here now."
I
Like,
think
this is
Ron.
badass,
I think
man.
Ron Ashton was friends with What was his name? Leatherface. I don't know
Yeah,
the movie.
Kane Hodder?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
seen the movie or something. But I think Ron Ashton became friends with that guy. I think I'm pretty sure he
Yeah, I
told me
heard he's a
stories
really
about
good
those
dude,
guys.
too.
Yeah, Ron was a big horror, and he did a movie Mosquito. He was in a movie called Mosquito.
I think I know
Some
that movie.
B horror movie thing. Yeah, he was like the park ranger named Hendrix or something like that.
That's what we got to play in the background now.
There you go.
Oh,
Check
yeah.
that out. This is a clip.
Mosquito.
This is a clip from
If you can find it.
Yeah, this is a clip from
Mosquito, starring Ron Ashton. And the other guy. I think
Is that movie online? You think?
Yeah, I would
It's got to
imagine.
be out there. It's
Yeah.
got to be out there.
So back to the Stooges thing. So in 03, were you on stage or backstage for the blackout at Pine Knob?
So, all right. So here's what happened, right? It was
I
like
was in the parking lot.
It was our. We did those. Like I said, we were in Spain and France. Then we came back and did that. Like that was show number 3 or maybe number 4. And we were literally. I'm not kidding. We were on stage doing sound check, and it went out. Like they're playing and they're doing sound check, and it went out, and everybody's like, "Oh fuck!" And we all went, "Oh, we blew like a transformer or something." Like
Right.
we blew something. Everybody was like, "Take a break. We'll get on it. Give us 15, 20 minutes. We'll be on it. We'll get back to you."
3
We're all
days
we're all
later.
just fucking on strike.
3 days
Literally,
later.
hours go by, and then it was like, "Oh, by the way, the whole eastern coast of the United States is out. We can all go home now."
Yeah.
We thought we blew Pine Knob. You know what I mean?
So I wonder
Yeah.
if they still got paid for that gig then.
Yeah,
No, they
rescheduled.
They came
it.
back
Yeah,
and
they
played.
rescheduled
Yeah.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I shaved my hair into a mohawk
They-
for that show, and I had to keep it for like fucking 2 months till they came back.
They made a DVD of it, right? There's a DVD
Yeah.
of the whole show, and that was the first time.
Are you on it?
Yeah, all over it, all over it.
Really?
All over it. That was like I said, the third show maybe, and that was the first time he invited the crowd on stage. Like none of us knew anything like that was about to happen, and he was like, "Let him up!" And fucking 1,000 people were on stage, and we were just
Oh
like,
shit.
"Oh god!" Like it's all on the DVD. We're like, and then he decided.
Like, I'm
to
gonna
do
have to
it.
fix a bunch of shit.
He decided to do that every show for the next like 5 years.
Like,
and
you
it was just
son
like,
of a
Jesus
bitch.
Christ. It was just
Liability on that, my
it was awful. It was really awful.
All it takes is one person to step on a tuner. Done.
We learned because Ron wasn't big on pedals, but there were a few, and in the very beginning, it was just kind of thrown together. So there were just some pedals on the stage,
Right.
and then it was like people kicking and knocking shit over, and it was just like, oh my god! So we quickly got our shit together and had a
That's right, that
board
shit
and,
didn't
like,
get stolen.
moved shit and like, oh man,
Yeah,
it
don't
was-
most people have all the pedals and shit backstage, like in a rig, whatever? And
Oh man, this was all new to all of us.
right.
Nobody expected him to put 1,000 people on the stage. So yeah, we learned really quickly. Like, what if that happens again? Well, let's make sure we don't do that.
Yeah, put a
You know?
cage over it or some
There's
shit.
I mean, you could look up any show between 2003 and 2009 when Ron died, anywhere in the world, any festival in Ireland or Serbia, and you'll see he invites everyone on stage, and there's just naked people, and people are knocking shit over, and people are standing on drums. It was just like, fuck, man. The whole show was an hour and a half of Iggy wrecking shit, like getting his mic cable caught on shit or knocking over monitors. So my job, you'll just see me running back and forth fixing shit, and then he invites the crowd on stage. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. It was. I'll tell you what. The only time in the music world, I've played a million shows and I've never been nervous, but every time I had to stand on stage with Iggy, it was like, what's gonna fucking happen now? I was on the side
gotta
of the
be
stage,
exciting though,
just
man.
shaking. Oh, it was exciting, but it was like,
How many jars of peanut butter get chucked on stage?
No, really none.
PTSD
I maybe one, like maybe it happened, but yeah, never. That wasn't a thing. Yeah.
So not to make this all about you, but I have one more question
too
about
late.
the Stooges. I know.
That's fine.
I'm leaving.
I'm fine with all of
Bye,
this.
guys.
I gotta go, man.
No.
I'm fine with all of this. Remember me? I'm the one that's like, camera?
What is the coolest country that you've been to with the Stooges?
USA.
U.S.
No,
dude.
can't be the
I was
U.S.
hoping he'd say
America's
that.
the best.
Yeah, Pine Knob, dude.
Yeah. I love coming back to Michigan.
You either do Japan?
Japan twice. I will say this. There were a lot of places, and there were a lot of places that I never imagined I'd be, like Croatia or like Serbia or like Slovakia. We went to some very like off the beaten path places. So
Were you married at the time?
no.
So
no,
how are the Serbian women? Oh, now we're getting to the good stuff.
So
I'm kidding. You don't have to. Just move on.
So
See this thing on my lip?
there were
It's never gone away.
there were only a couple places that, I don't know. Every place was pretty awesome. There were only a couple sketchy incidences or kind of like weird happenings, but every country.
Did you go to Russia?
Russia twice, yeah. Russia was cool. Russia. I got stories about Russia. Russia was a very cool, exciting, scary as hell place. It was really scary.
I bet.
It was cool. I won't say anything.
Well, things have changed a little bit recently in Russia. So
It was a
might
very
be a different
interesting. It was a
landscape.
very interesting experience.
Putin's not going to come after you in St. Clair Shores, dude. I think you're safe here.
You never know.
This is a safe house.
He's going to storm America on a bear.
Quit saying St. Clair
What's gonna
Shores.
be-
Quit saying where we are. Quit telling everyone where we are.
St. Clair
He'll get a
Shores,
sting
Texas.
on his neck one day and
Gremlins
die
coming.
of rice poisoning.
All of a sudden, this
like,
gas.
what was that?
All of a sudden, this gas just comes out of the microphone.
KGB.
There were some cool places: Australia, Japan. I mean, fuck, I don't know, all over the place. I'll send you a picture of my map that you can post right up here.
Has a
See all
little,
the
has a little
places.
red line going in the car.
Just a million pin pushes.
They're
in
like,
there of all the places.
man, this band made us do the most production on the back wall than
There was some-
any other band.
yeah, none of that's going to happen.
I hung out. I hung out at Bjork's house at 5, till 5 in the morning in Reykjavik, Iceland. That was pretty trippy. There's some weird stories. I ate a
What is
whale
Bjork's
burger.
house like?
A whale burger?
I ate a whale
That's
burger.
better than
without
hanging out
knowing,
with Bjork.
Without,
I love Bjork.
without knowing it.
I got
Hey, they were-
nothing.
Without
I have
knowing
nothing.
I didn't
he
know.
destroys it all.
Dude,
didn't
my
know.
life is boring as fuck
Yes,
now.
I'm a piece of shit.
I didn't know it was a whale.
Exactly.
We were at a festival. We're in Finland.
I'm just going to start lying about shit.
And it was awful.
Just making stories up.
We've been making all this up anyway, so go ahead.
That would be awesome, actually.
Whole thing is just
This whole
fabricated.
thing is wrong. You ever see Usual Suspects in Kaiser Soze? This
Yeah.
whole thing is made up.
Yeah, at the very
I'm
end-
just looking at the stickers around me and making up stories.
Yeah,
This is our first band we've never played before.
So what was Bjork like? She cool?
Yeah.
So how does that line up? You just are in Iceland, and Bjork calls up and is like, "Hey,
That's
Iggy
exact-
Pop, I
that's-
want you and your guitar tech to come
I
over."
like these
Listen,
Stooges.
That's exactly
Come
what
to
happened.
house.
That's actually exactly what happened.
Come
We
eat
played
whale
it.
burger with
Let me tell you,
I make whale. You come.
I make the whale, and it's in your mouth. In your mouth, and the mouth is so excited for the whale.
You get done eating, she's like, it's sperm whale.
Listen, so I am.
The whale. First of all, the whale was in Finland, I believe, or Norway. But
I am
Iceland
not
is-
surprised because there was something that he said one time, and I was like, yeah, and then it was true when I seen a picture of it. He knows Katy Perry.
God, stop.
Yes, he knows Katy Perry, and he was like, he's talking about. I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, here's me and Katy Perry, and I'm like, holy fuck.
That's another story. That's more my brother. My brother's like a stylist out in L.A. So they became friends before she became popular, and she actually asked me to tour. Like the very first tour she ever did, it was like because I was with the Stooges, and she was like, "Oh, why don't you come out with us?" Like the first tour ever. And
Like, nah.
That's right when I met my girlfriend.
Sounds terrible.
My girlfriend now was my wife, now my ex-wife, but. I just came off a tour. They had just showed up in Detroit, and she was playing at. What's the one in Pontiac? It was like there was nobody.
Clutch Cargos?
Clutch Cargos in Pontiac or something. And
That doesn't seem like a venue for her.
no, I mean it was the first time she was ever
she
out.
wasn't huge
It was like not
Yeah.
even 1,000 people. You know, it was like, and she was a friend of my brother's. They met at. It's a long story, but so she was like, "Yeah, you should really come out." And I was like, "Well, you know, let me talk to your people and see what it looks like." And it was just ended up. Her first tour ended up just being such. It was kind of a shit show, and it was kind of a mess. And I was like, "Man, I just can't do this." They're like, "We're leaving in 4 days, by the way." And I was like, "I just can't fucking make this happen." And I really fucking should have. I mean, I really should have.
Yeah, you
gone
fucked
out
up,
with
son.
that. I fucked up big time. There's no doubt about that. But
Because now you're sitting in my fucking basement,
hey, man,
loser.
but I married I married a great girl, and we have 2 beautiful kids.
Are you still married?
Nope.
Good job.
I love my kids.
You can't commit to anything, can you?
Guys, you made him quit again. God.
Son of a bitch.
And he's out of the band.
My son's watching this. He's going, "Why are you crying, Dad?"
Well, I guess if we're name dropping, but you and I,
Stop.
we do have
Yeah.
our David Carradine connection.
Yeah.
Where-
Yeah, we.
Well, you guys like to hang yourselves while you
Bob does.
I do.
So yeah,
Bob
I
does.
met him, hanging in a closet, and
No, so
we were hanging
terrible.
out.
So there's a local movie producer named Doug Schultz, and his ex-wife. She's in the movie industry, so she does all these big movies, and we had gotten the ability to be the last song on his final movie, which we didn't know was going to be his final movie, but we were the final song on a
nor
song
did
called
he.
Yes, correct.
Really?
It's called The Dark Fields. Yeah, it's on.
and if anyone can get a
what
copy
movie
of
is
it,
this?
It's called The Dark Fields, and you can't even find. It was so bad. You
so
it was on
cannot find
Netflix.
You
It was on.
can't find a copy
It was
of
on. It was on
It
Netflix.
It was like a Netflix
Oh.
production, whatever?
No. This was a real.
Before that,
D,
Netflix was still
D.
CDs when
Wallace
this
was
came
in
out.
it. There's a bunch of
D.
people.
Wallace.
Yeah, there's a bunch of really famous people in it, but it was a Michigan-made movie, and it.
And
That
you've
was
never
when the
seen
film
it?
grants were going on. I remember the.
Oh, it's
government-
horrible.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's
So you have seen it?
it's horrible. No, I've seen like about
Yeah, we've seen the movie.
a half an hour.
The spot
Yeah.
where your song's at. And the rest
No, at the
Right
very
at
end.
the
I just
credits,
fast
right
forward.
at the
Right,
credits.
yeah, ours when
not fair.
our music starts at the end of
Didn't think about it.
the song. What's that?
Did you guys get paid for that?
No.
Oh fuck no.
Why
And
would
then-
you not?
Well, it was a clusterfuck. They wanted this. The Doug Schultz wanted this girl to come in and sing on it with us, and she came in and sang on it. And we're like,
The link for the song will be down
yeah,
below.
I'll send you the link for it.
Or it's up there.
I actually put it out on Spotify.
over here.
So
no,
it is online?
Yeah,
It
it's
is
on
on
Spotify.
Spotify.
You can look
Okay.
it up on Spotify.
You have to send me the link to that, man.
Yeah, I will. But yeah, it's fucking awful. That's our link to.
So wait, is the song awful and the movie's awful?
No, our
Yes.
our music that we do without the lady would be fine.
So with her, it's just you're not in favor of it.
Here comes the rain.
Calm
Like
down,
that.
Celine fucking
That's
Dion.
literally what you.
Salon de
it's
Jean.
like sounds like new metal, and then all of a sudden.
Oh my goodness.
You'll see for yourselves
You'll
when
see
you
for
when you
yourselves.
click the link below.
Right here.
ting ting.
Right next to the subscribe button and the notification bell.
I like
Do
this
it.
guy.
Me too.
Do it.
I met Chad Smith once.
Don't care.
No,
I think everyone did. Did he work at Hebrew and Breeze?
No. Listen.
Breathe.
This is what like. It was at Detroit Music Awards, and
Oh, yeah.
and he was like one of my idols, man. Like he's one of my
God,
favorite
yeah.
drummers, And
You
and
sold
I
me a
meet
drum
him,
skin
and he's
once.
so fucking tall. So I meet him, and
Did he work
I
there,
got a
really?
picture with
Yeah.
him.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that.
He was in Toby Red and fucking
Yeah,
he worked at
I-
Huber
yep.
and Breeze and shit, man.
My first band, I remember, speaking of Toby Red, I'm going to jump in.
Yeah,
I'm going
thanks.
to steal
Thanks
your.
a lot.
I haven't spoken. I haven't spoken
haven't
this
spoken in a
entire
while,
show.
huh?
Okay. The first time we were ever in my first band ever, and we were doing something local, like it was something, and they were interviewing us. Like it was Doug the Rock Podell. It was Doug the Rock Podell, and it was like the Homeboy Show or something. One of those shows where they do local bands. And he was like, "So growing up in Detroit, you know, power pop and stuff, like you must have been into like Toby Red." And I was like,
Never heard of him.
all four of us were like, never fucking heard of Toby Red at all. I still never heard Toby
I don't
Red.
think I've ever actually heard their band.
I have not.
But apparently
Ever.
Chad Smith was in it.
Yeah, he was a drummer.
All right.
So anyways, finish my story.
Oh.
I'm hugging him. He's
Yeah,
you know,
come down,
we're getting a
Wooch.
picture. I look up, and he's got the biggest white patch of cocaine I've ever seen in a fucking nose.
Oh,
I'm just
no.
like, sweet.
Don't bogart that, dude.
Yeah.
I picked his nose.
Yeah, did you rub his nose like cool?
Come here,
You
give me a
said?
pinch.
Now he's got chili pepper money.
You're like, how about a bump? He's like,
No, yeah, this was like 99.
Wow.
When did he start drumming for Chili Peppers? I forget.
Back in the 80s, I thought. I thought
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
like 89.
late 80s, right?
It's been that long.
89
No
or
shit.
something like that, yeah.
You ever see that drum off between him and Will Ferrell?
Oh my God!
Yes,
seriously,
it's
He looks like
hilarious.
Will Ferrell
Yeah,
too,
they look
man.
like they're
It's
brothers.
uncanny.
It's
it really
crazy.
is uncanny. It is uncanny. Yeah, he's.
You know who else knew Will Ferrell? Ron Ashley from the Stooges.
that's
That's
awesome.
terrible.
All right, should we let these guys get out of here, man?
1988.
Yeah, we could continue to bullshit, but we gotta wrap the show up.
Okay.
Yeah, we're done talking to y'all.
Yeah, we're done making
All right, you
up,
guys
making
gotta
up
do
all
us-
our stories. So.
Hey, listen, we're playing.
Oh yeah.
Can we do some shameless self-promotion?
No,
No, absolutely.
We're
Sorry.
playing the Pig and
I
Whiskey
was gonna
Festival.
get to that.
Pig and Whiskey Festival in October 14, 15, 16. They haven't put the lineup out yet, so we don't know what our spot is. But please check that out. And then we got a show coming up at Bolero in Royal Oak.
Great
Yeah,
place.
We just played there, badass place.
Yeah,
it's cool, yeah.
with a great band called Extra Arms. So that's
Ryan Allen, Extra
November
Arms, yeah.
12th.
And you'll get paid
Bolero. Cool.
too. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cheap drinks too.
Getting paid is nice.
Yeah.
I
It's not a
I
lot,
prefer
but
it, yeah.
hey,
They
something.
pay you and give you fucking drink tickets.
Yeah,
Cool.
pretty tight.
Fuck yeah. I don't
Cool.
drink, but sweet.
That means I get his drink ticket.
That's
There you
correct.
go.
But absolutely no exposure. You can have one or the other.
Yeah, don't be pulling your wang out, dude.
Well, thank you guys
Gross.
so much for having us on.
Thank
This is
you.
awesome.
Hey.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, can we get you go? I'm so and so. I'm so and so. I'm so and so. I'm so and so. We are the band. You're
We're
watching.
going to do it together.
Detroit
we
Cinema.
are
Canfield.
And what are you listening to?
No band ever gets it.
Detroit
No,
State of
really?
Mind.
Have you
They
heard
never-
any
nope.
shitty 80s drops? Like, hi, I'm Bob. I'm Jason. And we're blah, and you're listening to 101 The Riff.
Yeah, let's
Do that shitty.
We can do
Oh,
that.
I had a drop once working at the radio station. It was Larry the Cable Guy, and that was my famous drop. Is he did one for me, and it was what was it? This is Q Country 107. You're listening to Andrew Fritz. Queer or not, he's a good feller on Q Country 107.
Did he really?
Oh yeah. So I have that recorded somewhere down
tell
there.
you
That's
So,
beautiful.
so I did have Larry the Cable Guy do that.
This
too.
little son, bitch.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
All right, so the only way to do this is for when we say it, then one person has to finish it out.
Fine.
Let the radio guy.
Yeah, I
do
was
it.
going to say the radio.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
gonna
oh, yeah.
say start here and we'll go your way, and then the radio
You
guy.
got to put all the
does
W's in it. W.
Check it out at www.
Go.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Bob,
And I'm Fritz, and you're listening to Detroit State of Mind.
but you missed the Canfield.
One more time.
Nobody ever gets it
I'm a
first try.
shameless
Never.
self-promoter.
And you're watching the Disney Channel.
All right, ready?
One more time. Ready? All right. I'm Nick.
I'm Chris.
I'm Bob.
And I'm Fritz, and we are Canfield, and you're listening to Detroit State of Mind.
Tight. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Now
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
set me free? Because I'm burning down again. I fell a long way settle down, wait for something new. You could get around with everyone you thought you knew. Would it be cold out? Would you still hold out to let you hold down? I think you thought I wanna do. You took the best of me. Would you set me free? 'Cause I'm burning high again. I took a long way. I think it's better now. I was a long way off, but I don't know. Took the best of me. Would you set me free? 'Cause I'm burning out again. I fell a long way down, but I found out. And I know it's better now. I think it's better now. I was a long way round, but I
Thanks, everybody.
What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck? Kill this fucking thing.
I'm Dave, and he's Rich, and thanks for tuning in to the Detroit State of Mind podcast. Join us again next week for more shenanigans and probably a lot of fucking swear words. Good evening, sleep tight, don't let the fucking bed bugs bite, all that other good shit.
With the Detroit State of Mind podcast.
The Detroit State of Mind podcast.
Detroit State of Mind podcast.
The Detroit State of Mind podcast.
Detroit State
You.
of Mind.
I wish they'd play my band. I doubt it.
You.